What is up? Hello. Chat, what is up? Welcome back to the stream. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, man. Hello. How are we doing today? Hello, chat. Hello. What is up? How are you all doing? When are you doing Rocket League? That's later. I got to plan that. Not wearing the Dodgers shirt today, are we? Okay, don't act like I've given up on them. They're just not playing today. I'm washing my old Dodgers shirts. I'm wearing them tomorrow. What's with the title? Tim made it, bro. Chat, what is up? Welcome back to the stream. Hope you're all having a good day today. I just watched your bucket list video. Hell yeah. How much did you lose on Robinhood last game? How'd you know I was gambling? How's your tongue from when Ron punched you? Do you see it? It's fine. Tongues heal kind of fast. I was thinking about it when my tongue was injured because Ron punched me in the mouth and I bit my own tongue. I was thinking about it. Does my tongue, okay, how does my tongue heal? Because there's a certain amount of body that your body is willing to heal. But then there's a certain amount of your body that your body's not willing to heal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the amount of tongue, because I bit off some of my tongue, but I bit off a small amount. And I feel like my body's going to give me that amount of tongue back. But if I bit off a lot of my tongue, they wouldn't give me all the tongue back. Or did I not grow back that part of the tongue, but I just lost such a small amount I didn't notice? Do you know what I'm saying? Are we serious right now? Yes, this is a serious question. Like, for example, sometimes you get hurt and then your body heals the hurt and you don't see it anymore, right? And it's enough that when it's healed, it's gone. Then sometimes you get hurt and your body heals it, but there's a scar and you see where it was, but it patched up over the mess. Then sometimes you get hurt and the body can't replace it, so you just have a smaller whatever thing got hurt. Do you guys see what I'm saying here? Like, did I lose the part of my tongue that I bit off forever? But it's such a small amount that I won't notice, is really what I'm asking. I'm not high. I'm not even a little bit high. Dude, I was on the stream. I forget where I was. There was a post on my subreddit. It was like, damn, Ludwig must be drunk as hell based off his Instagram stories at the game. I don't even drink. I was just genuinely at the game, chirping my little head off because I was excited. Why are you asking us? Ask Hank Green. I feel bad every time I'm confused about something calling Hank Green. I feel like I can't keep doing that. I feel like I can't keep calling Hank every fucking time I got a question that I'm mildly confused about. I feel like this is a Clank Green question, if I'm being honest. It's a great Clank Green question. Let me see if I can find the clip. Ron punches Ludwig. Okay, so I think, yeah, here's Ron, here's me. And then he punched me in my fucking face, bro. And I went like, and I bit my tongue. Just clean. I just bit the part of my tongue clean off. Instantly, I recognized that's what happened. Instantly. My tongue was numb. And I did whatever you do. Whenever you bite your tongue, you always do this. and then you look at your finger to see if oh, it's red. Oh, it's red. G fucking G. Yep, it's red. It's red as shit. Yep. And then I felt, this was gross, by the way. I felt my tongue flap hanging. So I ripped it off. I had a bit of tongue flap hanging. But then I was driving and I was wondering, because I don't feel it now. My tongue is healed. I think tongues heal quicker than other body parts. My theory is it's a third-party thing. I don't know. The tongue has extra abilities or something. People say because it's wet. I don't know. I think the tongue is more powerful. But then I was wondering, I was like, oh, am I never going to get that piece of tongue back? Like when my tongue, because my tongue feels healed, am I going to get, are they giving me new tongue? Because I don't think I can grow new tongue. I don't think I can grow new tongue. Why didn't you go to urgent care? It wasn't enough tongue that I was worried about it. It was a small amount of tongue. Like, you would go to the ER if your finger got cut off from here. But like, if this part of your finger got cut off, like just, like I'm just talking just the tip of the pad, you know, whatever. What are they going to do? Put a Band-Aid on it. So I felt like it was the Band-Aid amount. I had the Band-Aid amount. You didn't go to urgent care? For biting my tongue? What? No, I didn't go to urgent care. Why would I go to urgent care for biting my tongue? Are you supposed to? No, it's fine. I was just drinking my blood for like 45 minutes. And then when I went home, I switched around mouthwash and it hurt. I don't think they put stitches on a tongue. I couldn't imagine putting stitches on a tongue. What percent of your body needs to go missing for you to go to urgent care? Enough to make Cutie concerned is the real answer. Because when I got into my first Vespa accident, when I got hit by a car, I was down to not go to the ER. But it was bad enough that Cutie was like, you should go to the ER. Mouthwash is bad for you, by the way. I heard mouthwash is bad for you. I'm past that point in my life. I'm past the point in my life where I experiment on things and change things to make myself healthier. I just commit to what I'm doing, and I'll die this way. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with this. I'm not, it depends if mouthwash is bad. I don't care. I'm not asking for backup, by the way. I'm just going to do it till I die. I'll just swish around mouthwash until I die. That's it. I've been doing it for too long. I already decided. If somebody told me that you can't, floss every day or whatever, if you can't cut your nails, they grow back, I'm just going to keep doing it. No, not like cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes. I do not smoke cigarettes. I don't do it. I'm against smoking cigarettes. I think it's bad for you. I think it is bad. Here it is. I have not smoked a cigarette. Let me think. It's a lot shorter than I'm willing to admit, but I have not smoked since that date that I'm thinking about. Can we get a Twitch Prime for that? I seriously haven't smoked. It's been, again, not that long. But I know it's bad for you. I don't smoke in America. That's my rule.
You're my mans.
I do not smoke cigarettes in America. I think it's wrong. Thank you, Griffey Poo, for the Prime. Thank you, Cringe Kringle, for the 10 months. J-Halp, thank you for the 24 months. I felt so vindicated. There's a YouTuber I watch. His name's Mike OK. He's this British guy. And we watch his video, actually. His video going to China. But he, he's got random ass videos, whatever, of him going, wherever in the world. And he dropped a video. Let me do this real quick. And he dropped a video going to Afghanistan, and he smokes in all his videos. And I thought he was a devout smoker. And in the video, he literally said, I have a rule. I only smoke when I'm traveling now. I was like, what a man after my own heart. A man after my own heart. Did you sit by any celebs at the Dodgers game? Not to brag. I'm not here to brag. Should I take Baltimore or Miami tonight? you shouldn't gamble on tonight's game. It's embarrassing if you're, unless you are a fan and you want to increase it, it's embarrassing to gamble on tonight's game. Oh, I'm betting on the stink off. Should I go for shit or poop? What are you doing? It's the fucking Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. Gamble on something. Just gamble on anything else at all. Find a Slovakian women's field hockey game. Lamar's back. It's true, Lamar's back. They're still 2-5. They're hot. They have won 2 games, and you're saying they're hot. They've won 2. Mind you, they beat the Bears. And then before that, they lost. Sorry, checking to see if I'm right. 4 in a row, and you're saying they're hot. They're 1-4 in their last 5 games. They're hot. Okay. All right. Okay. It's just interesting. Yeah, the big cat piss versus dog poop bowl. And I'm hoping dog poop wins because I put my house on it. Good luck, man. Shelby Castle, thank you for the 3 months. Thank you, Birdman. I appreciate the Twitch Prime. Okay. Chat. What was I saying? Oh, I was at the Dodgers game. And because game 5, everyone in Los Angeles thought that it would be over by now because they just expect to win every game. Tickets for game 5 were much more expensive than the attendance actually suggested. Like, everybody bought a bunch of tickets and then realized it wasn't going to be the closeout game. And then those tickets were really cheap. So I got a row 1 seat, which usually is like $15K, for like a third of the price. I was quite happy with this. The only issue is the seat was in the visitor section. Still a great seat. And I figured, you know what? There's going to be a lot of Dodgers fans. It'll be fine. It wasn't fine. There were so many Blue Jays fans around. But sitting right like next to me and just in the section over, which is like behind the Blue Jays dugout, was Adam Devine and Charlize Theron. And who's the guy who did the funny movies and then he did This Is 40 and then he stopped doing the funny movies? The director. Judd Apatow. Judd Apatow's wife and daughter. Judd Apatow's family. And maybe Judd Apatow was there. But I don't know what Judd Apatow looks like enough. Leslie Mann, yes. And Maud Apatow. Yes. Oh, you guys all know this. Oh, okay, great. Yeah, they were all there. They were all in the section next to me. And as a fact, Charlize Theron has a video of me on her phone. Because she did a video panning because they were doing like this flag twirling thing. And she did the video of the flag twirling and then panned. And then she went by my section. And in the video, somewhere deep in Charlize Theron's phone is me going like this. It's in there. It's in there. It's in there. I hope she deleted it. I don't. Why would you say that? You're mad on Boys with Charlize Theron. You're actually mad about it. Probably a Snapchat. Yeah, Charlize Theron is Snapchatting. What are we talking about? Brother, Charlize Theron is not on Snapchat. Are you coming to Toronto for the game? Guys, I am not going to spend tens of thousands of dollars on a flight and ticket for I won't be live this weekend. Yes, I did. Yeah, I did. I did do that. I did it. 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 I spent a bunch of money on a game 7 ticket. Way too much. Way too much. A crazy amount. So anyway, we have a sponsor today and tomorrow and Monday. We're going to get through this together. We're going to get through this together. Okay? We're going to get through it together. And then we come through the other end and they're saying it's a content Cloverfield. It's a content Cloverfield, bro. We actually are doing a charity fundraiser for the Trevor Project, the Canabana Marathon stream in remembrance of Canabana. We are doing a video game marathon. I don't know of what. I think I'm going to do a stream with Pookie. We got a banger stream coming. Okay? We got a banger streams coming. But I'm selling out this week. Let me sell out. Let me sell out a little. It's for a good reason. Shohei needs me. Shohei needs me. He needs me. I think the only reason he lost these last couple games is because he couldn't hear me loud enough. So I got tickets closer to him. I'm not inviting Jason the fucking Ween. Don't even suggest it as an idea. Dodgers lineup needs to wake up, man. Mookie got me depressed. Yeah, throwing Will Smith second. Literally, everyone is dog ass except for Kike. Last game, at least. And Freddie. Freddie's a legend. I can't believe I lost to a guy named Yes Savage. That is a made-up person Logan Paul would have created. That was Logan Paul's imaginary friend in the 3rd grade. And that's what I'm fucking losing to, is a 22-year-old named Yes Savage. The fuck is that, man? Anyway, the stream with Toast this Saturday. Toast couldn't do it, so it worked out. But Toast can no longer make. So I'm not bailing on him. He had something come up, which was very reasonable. So we're not doing the learning Chinese stream on Saturday anymore. We'll reschedule it to a different time. How do I skip forward? This guy's boring. Guy who clicked on the stream. Brother, you are literally holding the remote. You made the sandwich. What are you talking about? Just be honest. The stream wasn't boring. You typed that because you needed a bit of attention. You needed a fucking crumb. Which is why you came in here and you typed that. Because if you're actually bored, a normal human does, they just click out. You wanted a crumb. And I've given you a crumb now. Now I've given you a crumb. Well, yeah, I gave him a crumb because he gave me the follow. It's fair. This is a good contract. This works out for me long term. So anyway, I won't be live. I don't think I'll be live. Well, maybe I'll go live tomorrow for a bit. Tomorrow we're going to do a Halloween party offline. Just my mom and my family, my friends. Saturday, I'm out. And then Sunday, I could maybe do Sunday. I could stream on Sunday. We have a sponsor tomorrow. Oh, so I'm definitely going live tomorrow. I didn't forget. I didn't forget about that. I'm excited for that. Ludwig, run some league right now. Tyler's back and he misses you. I don't think Tyler has thought about me
is
much.
used to bets not hitting anyway. Because he's addicted to gambling. And used his translator as a fall guy. And also Mookie can't hit anymore.
Too far. That's not funny. Okay, I don't think Tyler's thought about me much, to be honest. I don't think he's thought about me much. Having said that, I do want to reunite Tyler One, Squeaks, Emiru group. And Agent, I'm not forgetting Agent. I just don't think he'll show up. I don't think Tyler will show up. In fact, Emmy probably won't show up. Anyway, in conclusion, I'll probably try to game with Squeaks later. That's the only guy who for sure will show up. I can count on one in this situation. Let me hold up. Let me tag the entirety of my Discord. So today we have a sponsor chat, but I think the sponsor is kind of hype. Boom, boom.
Hey Ludwig, is there a way I can contact you? I'm making a game and would like your opinion so far, if that is possible by mail or something.
No, sorry. I don't think I'm the guy. I see you calling my number and I'm saying, coach, I'm staying on the bench. Imagine saying the sponsor isn't hype. I wouldn't say anything. I would just say, this game is awesome. Let's play it offline. But this game's actually awesome and we're playing it online. Guys, we have a BitLife sponsorship. That's not bad. That's an easy one, bro. We have a BitLife sponsorship. Hell yes. What is BitLife? I only discovered it because of the stream that I did with Squeaks, but it's the game where I killed myself.
Love from me and Janet, your now 60-year-old fan.
What did I do?
She still loves you in the yard.
Shout out, Janet.
Sorry for your loss, brother.
I appreciate that. Oh, I had sex. Sorry. Those are two big life events, though, that almost everyone goes through. So I was mixing them up. So it'll be hype, but that's not for a while. I have some react I want to do. First off, I want to take a look at this. Okay, because my boy's got a big announcement. I don't think you know that my boy's my boy, but this is my boy. And I want to shout out my boy's big announcement. Boom. Boom.
I'm making this game about sledding and hanging out with friends called Sledding Game. It's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. You just sled with your friends. Oh. Excuse me. You can race, you can do cool flips and stuff. And when you crash, there's some fun ragdolls, because how can you not love ragdolls?
I met the creator of Sledding Game. He's very cool. He is making I don't even know if it's I don't know if it's friend slop, is it? Maybe it is. The only reason I feel like it's not is because I feel like it's more like web fishing than I feel like it's like Peak. Do you know what I'm saying? It's more like a social game. It doesn't feel like friends, because I feel like friend slop is Peak, Lethal Company. This maybe Cozy. You could argue it's Cozy Slop. But I don't think it's social slop. Web fishing is low-key friend slop. Then it's friend slop. I just don't know if it's in the same genre.
You can also talk to people using proximity chat.
All right, I'm gonna put it all on 23.
That's all? Oh, the goal here is to just have fun and hang out. Like, that's it. So if you want to take a break from sledding, you can also just chill. You can build snowmen, you can roast marshmallows, you can even have snowball fights. Lock us in. Oh, no,
I don't think friend slop's like you guys are sometimes getting a bit sensitive on the I don't think it's like a mean thing to be. I think it's just the genre name.
I got Lou on.
What's up? He's right there.
I've actually added a ton of other like fun little random things to do besides sledding.
The only slur genre you can use towards a video game is if you have a battle royale.
You can also play darts or go curling. Or drink hot cocoa, or fish. People love fishing.
I'm gonna catch a whale on my next one.
Yeah, I haven't caught a whale. Oh my, dude, this is the day. There's also a karaoke mic in the lodge. If you want to mess around with that, that's one of my favorite things.
Woo! Do you know what is a little green dot on the snow?
Dude, that frog's got such a wide ass.
Oh, never mind.
Call Nate the Sands the way that ass wide.
But yeah, I've been developing this game on my own, and it's honestly crazy how far it's come. And now I'm really excited to share that Sledding Game is coming to Xbox and Game Pass. So yeah, that's sledding game. Can't wait for you to try it.
This game would have gone crazy during COVID. Well, I think these games are going crazy, right? Like Peak did go crazy. Lethal Company went crazy. Like all these games kind of went crazy, to be honest. Anyway, this is hype. Xbox Game Pass is not hype right now, but the thing that he made is hype. The Xbox Game Pass not in the hottest point right now, but the game is hype. The youth cannot gather at malls. What do they call them? Second spaces, third spaces? It's a certain number in spaces, right? Fourth spaces. Third spaces are now sledding game. Thoughts about Halo on PlayStation? That shit would have rocked my world 8 years ago. I could not care less. Wifey's new video is amazing. Who is Wifey? Wifey's? Searching for a world that doesn't exist. A Minecraft. Oh, it is pronounced Wifey's.
Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left. This is the first line in a book that Avery claims.
Is Minecraft just back? I feel like we have entered an era of peak Minecraft content creation. It never left. It left. Okay? It left. Let's be very real. We entered an SMP era. We entered an SMP era, and then I feel like the SMP era kind of died out, and it left. You left? That's the point. Because if I left, then millions of others left. And now it's back. I'm saying Minecraft has been a vehicle for the most popular or peak content. Okay? And then the SMP was drilled into the ground. And then when that died, I feel like there was a lull. There was a gap. There was a gap. Am I crazy? Am I a criminal? Am I a criminal for saying this? And now I feel like every godlike YouTube video that has come out in the past year is just a Minecraft video. That hasn't been the case in a long time. Where the best video of the year is a Minecraft video. You just left. Cobblemon with OTV was so good. You guys don't get what I'm saying. You know, because that's... you're acting like when I say it left, it disappeared. You know, sometimes you just have a quiet era. I thought it was a bit quiet. Minecraft movie brought it back. That's what I'm thinking happened. Because as far as I know, Minecraft the game is not in like the best point, right? I don't know the latest update to Minecraft, but I feel like every update I've ever seen ever is like, we added the Mooby Shroom. The Mooby Shroom is in the Oasis biome that's available one every 40,000 blocks. The block does absolutely nothing, but has a 1 in 4,000 chance to appear. And that's at every update I have ever seen from Minecraft since like 2020. Since I really started playing the game. And then you boot up the game and there's 45 new mobs that are barely interactable and 70 new crafting supplies that are for niche soups and nothing else. They sponsored you? Yeah, and I hope they do it again. God damn it, I hope they do it again. Still standing on my opinion.
You're my mans.
Miniquaft.
Sharkman, I feel obligated to spend 2,500 bits to inform you that SSX blew my mind in 2002. Like SSX Tricky? Like the snowboarding game? Is SSX something else? Is that what you're talking about? You spent 2,500 bits to tell me SSX Tricky blew your mind? Shout out. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, that shit ruled. It's a good game. I'm with you. It's a good game. I just seemed like a random thing to say. Have you ever had the passion fruit Chinese Red Bull? No, but I just got an advent calendar from Red Bull and it's 24 days of Red Bull. So I'm excited for that. He means the Chinese Dota player. Oh. I'm not going to open it. It's my treat for December. All right. Well, I feel like I don't want to watch this right now. This seems like I have to dive in. Ooh, I shouldn't read it. I feel like I have to dive into this, no? It's amazing. I'm not saying it's not amazing. Just to be clear, me saying I don't want to watch it is not because I'm saying it's not amazing. I'm just saying I don't want to watch it because I don't feel like I have the perms to watch it right now. Now I'll message a creator and I'll say, don't watch it. I'll say, can I watch your video? I'll ask. I'll throw out the ask. It looks awesome. That is so many bits. 2,500 bits. SSX Tricky is the greatest things of all things. By the way, love you, bro, X. Thank you for all the bits. Yeah, SSX Tricky rules. I agree with you. I'm not opposed to this. RT, yeah, that shit rules.
Celebratory hands in the air emoji. 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 Celebratory hands in the air emoji.
Got it.
Celebratory hands in the air emoji.
Sure.
Celebratory hands in the air emoji.
Okay.
Celebratory hands in the air emoji. He's trash. Celebratory hands in the air
Oh my God.
emoji. Celebratory hands in the air
Are we
emoji. Celebratory
Do I
hands
pay the
in
mods
the
for
air
nothing?
emoji.
This is
Celebratory
insane.
hands in the air emoji.
This
Celebratory
is
hands in
actually
the
crazy.
air emoji. Celebratory
I might pull
hands in
a
the
month
air
of
emoji.
donations.
Mods are great. Celebratory.
That was insane. 45 seconds of screen time for that. That's what we're doing, mods. What is this? What are we doing? Guards, take yourselves away. Did you guys see the new robot? About a year ago, they announced this humanoid robot, which 100% just looks like a guy in a costume. I cannot be convinced that this a year ago was not just a guy in a weird looking costume.
Yeah.
This is an outfit Jason the Ween's going to wear in 6 months and tell me it costs $4,500 for each part of it. It's remote controlled. Well, I know that. I know that that's what the idea is. Okay, they knew what they were doing because this is crazy. This is crazy. The hand placement's absurd. Can we talk about that? That hand placement is downright absurd. So anyway, that was the announcement of it. Today, apparently, they are now accepting orders for their Neobot. Here's the full video.
My name is Bernd, and today we're launching Neo, our humanoid for the home.
Neo, the robot, Nini. Let you live with it.
Yeah.
You just not telling me? Well, what does it do?
Context, chat. This robot costs $20,000. Requires or you can just do $500 a month. You can own it for $20K, or you can rent it for $500 a month. And it comes in 3 colors. Here it is. $20K to buy it, $500 a month to rent it. It comes in these 3 colors: beige, blue, black. And if you want to get on the list to buy it, you can do a $200 deposit today. There is a bigger chance you get a Tesla Roadster if you put a deposit down than the Neo. I think you have a better chance getting your money back lighting it on fire. I'm 90% sure on that shit. There's no way they are shipping however many units they have got deposits on in 2026. Anyway, let's take a look.
Like my chores, I just leave and I come back and they're all done.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Now, this is going to happen. It's not going to be this company. It's not going to be this product. But this is going to happen. If we're being honest with ourselves. Maybe 50 years, maybe 100 years, maybe 300 years. But we're going to have some sort of AI assistant that is that is in your home, that is doing fucking chores for you and shit. I think the mistake is when you try to make the robot look like a human. I think that's the big mistake that these companies are making. Because I don't think, first off, it makes it more functional. If it was just like a Roomba or something, like a more advanced Roomba or whatever it is. If it was just a fucking robot, I don't know what the need is to make it the creepiest looking human robot. Okay? That looks like it has the widest, birthing hips of all times with creepy hand placements. I don't know where the desire for that is. Yeah, R2-D2. I'm down. Give me an R2-D2. Give me a BB-8. Okay? But when you start to make it look like a human and then you're bossing it to do shit for you, and you start calling it the helper, getting into weird territory. I don't like it. It's not more functional. It's weird. It's a weird, I think it's a dominance human thing. It's weird. House is designed for human-shaped robots. Brother, you're telling me R2-D2 couldn't handle fucking dragging these boxes around. Let's be honest. I feel like the only reason these companies are making them human proportion is so that eventually people can fuck them. Stairs? Dude, have you seen a dog? Humans are not the only people who can handle stairs. What are we talking about here? You guys are acting like stairs is the final frontier which separates us from the beasts. You can make a robot that goes upstairs that doesn't have a fucking, bipedal, upright, human-sized body. Anonymous with the 50 gifted. Thank you for the 50 gifted, bro. What the heck? Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Anonymous. I hope you're having a good day. Made my day better. Appreciate it. What?
Go Jays go.
Fuck you. Don't let a Jays message through again. This feels like a music video. It feels like a love story. And the throuple is this human couple with their third
This all started a
sex
decade
bot.
ago, working really hard on making what is Neo a reality. But to me personally, this started when I was like 10 years old. I grew up reading these beautiful books and watching these beautiful sci-fi movies where the future was all about how we as humans, we really focus on the things that matter to us. You know, Rosie the robot would be ensuring the family had time, or Data would help humanity.
Skip.
Neo is a humanoid companion designed to transform your life at home. It combines AI and advanced hardware to help with daily chores and bring intelligence into your everyday life. Neo was engineered from the ground up for safety. Its tendon-driven body is quiet and lightweight.
It's what?
Neo was engineered from the ground up for safety. Its tendon-driven body is quiet and lightweight. Its low-energy motions make it uniquely safe for you and your home. But safe doesn't mean limited.
It's 5'6", 66 pounds. I sleep a Neobot. Oh my God, I sleep a Neobot. Put me in the ring. 4 hours battery life. What chores are you doing? You're not even a quarter way folding the clothes before you fall asleep. Soft body. Yeah, I don't like how they put that in there. A silky hole. Like, what are we doing here? Don't put soft body. I get why, but I don't like the phrasing. 1X Cortex. I don't know what that means. 22 DOF. Human level hand dexterity. That means nothing to me. It can lift 154 pounds and carry 55 pounds. It can lift. What is lift versus carry? I guess I get that. Okay. I'm a little sad that it can't lift me up. I'm not gonna lie, I'm sad about that. 4 mics for 360 audio pickup, 3 speakers, 2 8-megapixel fisheye cameras, and a 22 decibel max noise level. That's kind of loud, no? 22? Is that loud? Maybe not. I don't know.
Neo's hardware comes packed with features like human-level dexterity and a 55-pound carrying capacity so that it can handle any of your chores reliably.
It's not.
We also worked really hard to make Neo's design friendly and comfortable to be around. Each Neo comes
I don't like that they put the cameras in the eye holes and they put like ears in the ear holes. I don't like that it's a human, bro.
Machine washable knit suit, a head, and shoes that you can customize to fit your style.
Why? Why am I customizing the robot's shoes?
As for using your Neo, we made the experience simple. Out of the box, the core of your experience is fully autonomous.
Yeah, I spent $1,300 on the Air Jordan upgrades. No, I got the Yeezy Neo. That's just what I was feeling on the day.
The chores feature lets you schedule a time for your Neo to do all of your chores so you can come back to a cleaner home every day. With the AI companion
Neo's gonna
feature,
be Spirit Halloween Animatronics 2.0, sadly.
Thank you, Tiny Tej, for the sub.
you can talk to your Neo to get assistance with anything from a hard question to a household task. With Neo's autonomy,
you know why they gave it no mouth. And day one, that shit's gonna look like Schlatt after handling a jar of peanut butter. I'm just saying, the wrong owner gets their hand on a Neo, the wrong thing happens. That's just, I'm not saying I would do this. It just is what it is. That's just gonna happen day one. Day one.
You can get access to all of its latest AI features to get help with tasks on demand. And the Neo app lets you interact with your Neo from anywhere. But all you have to do to get started is turn on your Neo and introduce yourself.
Built like an IKEA couch.
Hey, I'm Neo. I'm here to help around the house. What's your name?
Harry.
I don't like how intimate this is. What, this is sensual, no? They're Nicholas Sparks close to each other right now.
Nice to meet you, Harry. When you have a question or want something done, just let me know.
We built the chores feature to give you your time back. You give your Neo a list of chores, you schedule a time that you want them done so that you can focus on what matters to you while your Neo does the rest. You can schedule chores by either talking to your Neo or using the app. The way it works is you schedule a time that works best for you, and then you create a list of chores. Whether it's something more specific like—
I just can't imagine my Neo with its Ariana Grande sleeves is going to be washing my dish as well. Like, you're really getting into a sink filled with dishes and handling that shit? Really? And then what do I do about your fucking, soft pillow-like hands? What am I doing with that? How do I make sure that Neo's, do you self-clean?
Watering the plants on Tuesdays, or something more general, like tidying the house. Your Neo will get it done at the scheduled time. If there are any chores that your Neo hasn't learned how to do autonomously, you can use expert mode to have an expert from 1X supervise the session and provide corrective intervention to help Neo complete any task.
I mean, it sounds like, first off, it's not any task. Okay? There's no way it's any task. There must be a limit on tasks. There's no way you're getting the person who's taking over the cam, and then the person on the other line is like, I'm just saying there's a limit to the tasks. I don't even have to imply what the task would be. I don't even have to imply it. I'm not even going to imply it. I'm just saying there's a limit to surely there's a limit to the tasks. Neo, fuck my wife on Thursday. Neo, I need you to fuck my wife. Neo, please, I'm trying to watch the game. Fuck my wife, Neo. Expert mode activated. Thank you, Prom. Appreciate the 20. Zane, it's a weird question.
Anytime you're away from home and you want to see what your Neo's up to, you can open the app and see directly from Neo's point of view.
See, like, they give it baby mode clean plates from an empty dishwasher. And I know it's a fact that Neo's putting the plate in the wrong fucking spot. Okay? I know it's a damn fact it's not putting them away. Oh, good luck, brother. Taking me like 18 months to figure out where to put each of Cutie's baking supplies. That, you know how hard that shit is when you got to throw the bench scraper in the bench scraper drawer, which is different than the spatula drawer. They're not the same drawer. You still don't know? I do know. I do know. I'm sorry. Run tidy room back for me. What did you even just do? That's not tidy. What are we talking about? You lifted a pencil. Solve world hunger. That's done. What are we doing? You didn't do anything. What are you washing? I'm actually getting pissed off. Did he just sponge his own cloth hand? What are you sponging your cloth hand for? Why is it charging like it's Yoshi's Woolly World? Oh, wow, honey. I was so exhausted. I didn't know that Neo did all the work for us. I was worried I was going to have to come home and put 3 pillows onto our couch and lift a pencil. Oh, my gosh. But we're now able to relax completely. What a stress-free world we live in now. And it only cost $20,000. No. Yuck. 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 Yuck, man.
I can't seem to find my glasses. Is this paprika?
No, that's cayenne pepper. Also, your glasses are on your shirt.
Could I use this in my chili?
They're both made from chili peppers, and you could put cayenne in your chili, but it is much spicier.
Neo is a speech-enabled AI companion made for any kind of conversation. Where other AI assistants are confined to your phone or computer.
Neo, watch me shit. Do I wipe front to back or back to front? What are we doing here? I feel like we are being crazy right now. This is 20K.
Neo lives with you in your physical space. and has the ability to see, hear, and remember things about your surrounding environment to provide you with
Silly,
uniquely
Ludwig.
helpful
Remember,
assistance.
it's front to back.
For example,
Never back to
it can
front.
suggest what to cook based on what you have in the fridge, remember your progress while teaching you a new language, and even give you interior design advice. The gestures and the light rings express Neo's intentions. Its audio
So
intelligence.
it's ChatGPT in a $20,000 body? Is that what I'm understanding? Because you can do literally everything in the companion section with ChatGPT. But it can lift pillows too?
Can also pick up on whether you are addressing it or someone else in the room to decide if it should respond or not. As you might expect from a home robot, talking to Neo with natural language is the primary user interface for all of Neo's functionality, including autonomy.
Autonomy?
Your Neo comes with Redwood AI, enabling it to do basic household tasks autonomously.
Yeah. No, for sure. Okay, 1 sec. All right. Yeah. Hey, Neo! Can you get the door, please?
Brother, if I went to my friend's house and they have a Neo opening the door, I kill myself on site and I get their prints on the gun. I just can't let that slide. We gotta all be taken out. None of us belong. And you know he's autonomously sponging that shit. Frame 1. Oh no, a mess has appeared.
Neo's autonomy works by taking requests like,
Hey, Neo, can you take this cup to the sink for me?
And breaking it down into simple steps, such as walking to the person, grabbing the cup, and then walking the cup to the kitchen.
I've seen dogs on TikTok do these tricks. And let me tell you, it's a lot cheaper than $20,000. The equivalent tech that this thing has is bring cup to fridge, open door, lift pillow onto chair.
Putting it away. Neo's autonomy improves with diverse data and real-world experience. As Neo does more...
The clear point of this is that let me read this. The clear point of all this is that wants to fuck those dudes hard. You missed something, but I don't know who's fucking who in your analogy. Is Neo fucking or are we fucking?
Chores, you'll receive updates to your Redwood model that increase the complexity of tasks that Neo can handle, such as finding your keys and wallet or doing a full laundry cycle end-to-end.
If someone's at the grocery store with their Neo, I'm swinging. I feel like I feel like I should be chill.
Eventually, Neo will become fully autonomous, capable of helping you with anything around the house.
Neo, can you help me slime some ops?
The Neo you get today will only get better. And as we keep shipping features, it'll be more and more useful in your everyday life. Now, the journey there is not going to be perfect, and we're not going to pretend it's going to be. But as someone who lives with Neo every day, there is no experience quite as magical.
Thank you, Sharkman.
So today, we're excited to invite you in on this journey. We believe that the future will be shaped not just by us, but by all of you who believe in this as deeply as we do. Now, if this is you, pre-order your Neo today at 1x.tech.
So, okay, what that last sentence sounded like is, hey, this shit is kind of a gimmick right now, but if you want it to be actually legit, then give us $20,000 or $500 a month. That is the equivalent of what that sounded like. Because what I actually think this is a robot that can mimic the moves you do to make it do silly dance. It's basically the equivalent of whatever the hell Kai Cenat had on his stream. And unless you are Kai Cenat trying to entertain people during a Mafia-thon for a little bit, then it basically has no value. It is a glorified Roomba. Not even a Roomba, by the way, because it's not vacuuming as well as a Roomba. That shit is crazy. There's a Wall Street Journal video using it. All right, because I want to see an actual use case.
Housekeeper. Thank you, Neo. For $20,000, you can pre-order 1X's Neo robot now, with delivery in 2026.
I think you missed a tiny spot over here.
Just one little catch. there may be a human behind the curtain, pulling the robot's strings.
If I throw up, will the robot throw up?
A company representative may need to peer into your house via
Okay, so I feel like this is their fun little trick, is that they said a company representative might need to. And I think the reality is this company is actually just going to be employing thousands of people to be in VR, to be operating these robots 24/7. That's because there's no way these robots are capable of doing shit outside of the ChatGPT realm autonomously. So basically what you're doing is giving a random person eyes, ears, and access to interact with you and the stuff in your home, which is weird, which is a weird privacy breach that I would not feel comfortable having. Like, I do know everything's already listening to me. I'm already aware of this. But now they're seeing me and physically interacting with me, and I'm paying for that to happen? It's a pass. It's a 100% pass.
camera eyes to get things done.
To many people, this is crazy.
You have to be okay with this for the product to be useful.
Here's the reality. I think what this product actually is the first attempt at a legitimate product that will exist in this world. Maybe not in my lifetime, maybe not, in this generation, but it will exist. 100% this will exist. Because it will just make people's lives easier and better. Because they won't want to do home tasks like wash dishes, do laundry, whatever. This is going to be the failure. We are looking at the failure that is, in a way, in a small way, paving the road for the success. But this is 1,000% the failure. This is 100,000% the failure. This is not going to be the one.
Neo, wipe for me. Neo, feed me airplane style. Neo, give me a colonoscopy. Neo, eat it through the jeans.
Neo, shake the tip. Shake the tip till the last drop comes out, Neo. Sorry, it seems like we need an expert to tap in on this. And then it's someone in VR just wagging my ass, just wagging my old thing. Yeah, that's what they made. Oh.
Autonomous. As someone who's always dreamed of the home robot straight out of the Jetsons.
Let's go home, Rosie. Yes, ma'am.
The dream finally feels within reach, but I also couldn't shake flashes of Ex Machina.
Do you have a name?
It's 6'7". No.
Neo turns on the stove and throws some paper on and walks away. Can Neo do that? Will Neo do that?
Neo will not do that. Physically, can the robot do that? Yes. Physically, can a lot of products in your home do something dangerous if they decided to? Yes. We will ensure that that is not something that Neo is allowed to do. There are multiple layers of safety systems here that ensures that Neo cannot do something.
I can't wait for the first Neo death. I mean, not in a legitimate sense. Like, I won't be happy that the person passes, but whatever dumb motherfucker who buys the Neo and the Neo accidentally pushes the hair straightener onto the floor and a fire breaks out, that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. There's gonna be a Neo death. I'm not excited for this. The death will be very sad. But hopefully...
Hypothetically, if this was actually just remote controlled by somebody in another country, would you let it do your chores then?
If this was controlled by somebody else, brother, that you just have a maid. It's just called a maid at that point. It's a weird maid. You've just hired a maid, which you can do. You can hire a maid for much less than $500 a month to come through and do some chores.
I'm only buying this if it can crank my hog for me. Crazy robot style. Plug.
Yeah, it is a $500 a month remote service maid.
Neo decides to take a very heavy piece of wood, like the top of a table, and drop it on me when I'm sleeping.
Neo will not be able to, or allowed to. It's physically capable of.
I want to see
A lot
it
of
do some
things
tasks.
humans do. Emphasis on try. Can I get a water? If only the real world didn't have doors. All in, it took Neo a little over a minute to fetch a water from the fridge 10 feet away.
And it needed a bottled water, because you know if that motherfucker had to use the fridge door and it was currently set to ice and it had to tap the button to switch it to water, it would implode. It couldn't handle that. Oh, I know it couldn't handle that. When I ask it to get me a cup of water and then it realizes that my cup cabinet is filled with mugs and it has to slide the cup through it and the operator just fucking implodes on the other end. They're not ready for the reality of home life. Their homes are so artificial. They're IKEA homes.
Thank you, Neo. Next challenge. Load 3 items in the dishwasher.
You got this, Neo.
Oh, we're
You got
tapping
it.
out at 3 now. I would get so mad watching this happen in real life. Oh, we're calling that job done! Really? Look at the cup placement! Oh, why don't you just smash the glass into fucking pieces and scatter it along the floorboard of the dishwasher?
And that took 5 minutes. The Neo I saw isn't the one shipping in 2026. The new model will be safer and have better hand dexterity. The one I saw still needed to take breaks to charge and cool down.
What are we talking about? 2026 is not 40 years away. It's in a couple of months. It's gonna have that shit figured out. So I give them my $200 and it's gonna be better than that. I doubt it. I doubt it. It's a hard pass on the Neo. It's a hard pass on the Neo.
Imagine someone asks their Neo to jerk them off and the guy in the VI headset has to look them in the eye to make sure they did it right.
I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about the Neo, man. The Neo is definitely a scam. The Neo is definitely trying to raise a fuck ton of money to actually make the Neo. But what they have now is not the Neo, it's just a gimmick. All right, chat. It's time for our meat and potatoes. I've been gambling recently. Not for my own volition, but because of my addiction, my affliction. Okay, I've talked about this already. I've been very open about it, but I have the Robinhood app, which I use to invest, primarily invest. And my investments have gone fine. You know, I just buy a stock I like, I hold it for a long time, I sell it maybe after a few years, but that's it. It's really nothing crazy. Until they add prediction markets. They added prediction markets to Robinhood that changed my life. Because there are literally, and I'm not making the number up, there's 900 things you can gamble on Robinhood. Things from who's going to win the best picture at the Oscars to who's going to win the World Series. And when I go to World Series games, it's as simple because I already have money in the fucking app to pull it out and place a bet. And I've been doing it. And I'm not proud of myself for this. I wish I didn't do it. I am losing money right now. I'm currently losing money. And apparently, okay, I'm not alone in this gambling epidemic. CoffeeZill's got a video about it. Let's watch.
Lose your money on slots in Vegas? Gambling has changed. It used to be you'd lose your money on slots in Vegas, but today, not only can you do that, you can also bet on your favorite sports team, on the opening coin toss, on this individual pitch, or on all three in a parlay. You can do it from your phone, your tablet, your Apple Watch. You don't just have to gamble on sports, you can gamble on esports, on video game items, on slots with those items. You can do it in Roblox, or on regular stocks, on meme stocks, gamble with calls, gamble on earning calls, gamble on calls with earning calls. You can gamble on political events, world events. You can bet if Zelensky's going to wear a suit before July, if Jerome Powell is going to say inflation 50 or 60 times in September. And you don't just have to gamble on that. You can gamble on crypto coins, Trump coin, Dogecoin, Fartcoin. You can gamble on the champion of Fartcoin coin, and you can gamble on any of the posts the champion of Fartcoin has ever made on whether they will become popular or not. And if none of that's your cup of tea, you can also just gamble directly within your banking app on a game of roulette, like a gentleman And don't even get me started on the ads. If you turn on sports, esports, podcasts, not even my favorite political show is safe.
Shout out to Prize Picks, the best app to fire on sports.
Oh! It's got to be the worst feeling when you have a podcast that you really love, that you think is doing really good stuff in the world, and then you find out that they're doing like Prize Pick sponsorships.
In the game.
You will be bombarded with gambling ads by every famous person you've ever heard of.
DraftKings.
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 DraftKings Sportsbook.
DraftKings Sportsbook.
Uh-oh. How did we get here? And is it a good thing that we're turning every spare moment of our lives into a game of chance?
Yes, I think we should increase the amount of gambling. I don't think there's enough gambling right now. I don't think there's enough gambling right now. There needs to be more, okay? We should be gambling on our own life events, because here's the issue I have with gambling. A lot of gambling is insider trading. We see this happen all the time. We see what happens with crypto. Trump coin rises and falls by 50% sometimes, and somebody makes $80 million. The same thing is happening on like poly market bets for things that people can actively control. Like, will there be a dildo thrown onto the WNBA court, and what color will it be, right? People are controlling these outcomes because they're making big bets on them, and they can stand to make a lot of money. All right. What we need is more gambling that we can control. Everybody should be able to insider trade. Then there's no such thing as insider trading.
I'm betting no.
When everyone is super... The gamification of the gamble.
There are three things responsible for gambling becoming more mainstream, but the first and biggest trend is simply the mainstream becoming more like gambling. See, Silicon Valley learned a decade ago that gambling mechanics are incredibly good for user retention, so they put them everywhere. Let's say you're shopping online. Well, now you can spin a wheel to unlock prizes. Or if you're playing video games, you can open a loot box, get some randomized items. You can even use those items as virtual currency in a casino we've made a 3-part series about. Or maybe you don't have a problem with loot boxes for adults, but we've also put them in kids' video games because, you know, got to start them young.
I think the biggest single thing that changed America's relationship with gambling was the law that passed that allowed fantasy sports betting. I mean, fantasy sports is what opened up the gateway, right? I feel like that's what made shit go crazy. But maybe this also changed a bit of the chemistry, the nuclei we all have to make us more accustomed to gambling. I mean, brother, I do remember playing, what was that dog shit ass Fall Guys clone that I loved deeply in my heart because I used to win all the time? Stumble Guys. Bro, my first time playing Stumble Guys, I wasn't sponsored. I spent $1,000 on gambling for skins. There's not even a market for skins. I was just gambling.
Roblox is the largest game for minors, and they are stuffed with randomized loot boxes. But even if that's fine for you, what about the third-party websites which, against TOS, allow full gambling based on a kid's game? And yes, there are actual kids gambling on these apps.
We should have a gambling merch drop. And the price of the product you get is a wheel spin. But you have to put your card information to do the wheel spin. And then you could just get like astronomically hoed. Or you could get like free merch. You know what I'm saying? Like 1 penny merch or like $100 for a shirt. That's illegal. Who asked, bro? We're on twitch.tv. Who's following the laws here, man? Wake up. It's mogul moves. Twitch.tv exists to extract the money from viewers to the maximum degree. It is not about bringing new viewers in. It is not about reaching new communities. It is about extraction. How much can we extract? What is the dollar per viewer? DPV. That's what you are. You're a DPV. And what's the V that we can get from your D? Do you understand me? That's all you are. Hype train, treasure train, 200 gifted now. You get some bits, add more bits to do this channel's bit challenge. We got a bit challenge, everybody. Extract bits time. Wheel spin. Enter the wheel spin, and I'll give you the flesh off my blood. I'll give you the blood from my skin if you do my wheel spin. That's what it's supposed to be, and you're my train conductor, and I'll choo-choo for you if you join my train. at the end of the day, it's all pain. Should we do slam poetry?
Right, I just won a bit of profit there. I had 200 Robux. No, I had 200 Robux in profit, 100 Robux in profit, but I lost them. But I had 50 Robux and I lost it, and I thought I got 50 Robux again. So on this, mine, on a Robux Revolve,
It's literally blackjack.
Buy 40 crates now. No, not 40 crates, but like 44 crates. Yeah, looks good.
Oh, it's worse than blackjack. It's slots. Okay, it's slots. Oh, W, I got red hat.
Let's go. We're in profit. Let's go.
It is absolutely disgusting to see that. And look, I spoke to an insider who worked on this website, Roblox Wild, before it got shut down. He shared data which claimed they made $5,000 a day, or roughly $2 million a year. Thankfully, this website got shut down, but third-party gambling sites still persist because copying casinos makes a ton of money. And that's why we've been putting it into everything, including our politics. Prediction markets are the answer to the question of what if we could YOLO on election results and world events?
Maybe Nintendo was right. Because Nintendo used to have slot mechanics in all their games, and I liked that. When they had like the casino corner in Pokemon, and then they had the Mario Party, chance. Like they had little slots everywhere. They had it was like the Luigi slot game, I think was it Mario Party? And then they got rid of them all. And I always hated on them for that. But maybe they just were ahead of the curve. Maybe they were ahead of the damn curve, but it's also probably fine in a single player game. Thank you, the 5 gifted taperoo. It's fine in the damn single player game.
The biggest websites are Polymarket and Kalshi, which have exploded in popularity during the American election cycle. But it isn't just major events that attract bettors. I was recently asked to investigate whether this was a suit that Zelensky was wearing. Why? Well, the prediction market had bet $200 million in betting volume on this bet. And some of them were really mad that they decided, no, this is not a suit, I guess. Whether you think it is or not, the volume of betting here is insane.
When you put your entire house on Zelensky eating a sandwich and then he eats a hot dog and you lose everything. I'm getting a philosophy degree later that day. I'm taking that shit to court.
One reason for that is because these companies are exploiting loopholes that allow betting even in states where normal gambling is illegal. Because these companies say they're not a casino, so they don't fall under the same rules, which is why instead of having to be 21, you can now gamble at 18 on prediction markets. And while there have been legal challenges to this, both of the major companies, Kalshi and Polymarket, have recently brought on the president's son as an advisor, making it hard to see how they're gonna be meaningfully regulated. Meanwhile, all the major betting apps are busy launching their own prediction market copycats to get around the same weak rules that we still have regarding betting.
Yeah, Robinhood already did it. The prediction market's already there on Robinhood. And here's the thing, even if the next administration does something about this, the speed at which the American government works, we'd be lucky to see a change in like the next fucking 15 years, bro. The European Parliament is the only hope. But even then, they'll just then isolate the American market. We're only 10 months into Trump's term. Is that right? Has it only been 10 months? It feels like longer. I would have gone for 20 if I was a betting man. 10 months is crazy. It's been a long ass 10 months.
Don't even get me started on the other loopholes that are out there. Have you ever heard of the TikTok of sports wagering?
This is Cheddar. We're building the TikTok of sports wagering. Legal in 20 more states than DraftKings. Accessible for 18 to 21-year-olds.
I'm building the Uber of sucking yourself dry. Sorry, what is the TikTok of that sports? What does that mean?
Live, in-game, micro betting. Swipe to predict every moment of every play.
I'm going to stop you right there. If you missed it, Cheddar is a new startup trying to combine DraftKings.
My favorite part about this is that they didn't like build an app that they could look through. They're just like trying to track and mask out the iPhone stock footage with their screen.
TikTok and Tinder features into one app. And one of the things they brag about is they're allowing 18 to 21-year-olds as a competitive edge. Guys, can you believe the untapped market of teenagers for gambling? Now, to be fair, Cheddar has not launched yet, but this is obviously the future we're heading towards, turning everything into a maximally addictive gambling product.
It's sports wagering with the pace of a slot machine.
Yeah, isn't that the most dystopian thing you've ever heard? We're trying to turn sports betting into slot machines. I mean, the funny thing is this whole product is
Forget
built...
sweating the match. How about you just bet fast? Let's just bet so fast you don't even have the ability to sweat the match. Fuck watching it, bro. Just put all your damn money in. That's not a bad... I like Cheddar. Sign me on.
Around yet another loophole called a sweepstakes casino, and that's how they get around
Let's not even bet on sports anymore. Let's bet on artificial sports. Let's just simulate a sport and just gamble on that.
21-year-old age requirement. Here's how it basically works. Sweepstakes casinos claim that you don't actually need to purchase anything to play, so it's kind of not gambling. In fact, you can get free coins to access their games, but they also have a second currency which you can buy. Well, not buy. You get it for free when you buy the worthless coins. For example, their website says if you buy 100 Cheddar coins, you get 5 bonus Cheddar cash. And that's usually what you can gamble with and redeem for real money. This is actually how Stake US works. If you didn't know, Stake International is one of the world's largest casinos, but they aren't allowed here in the United States. So they have an American arm, which is a sweepstakes casino, which has gold coins and stake cash. One Redditor explains how the loophole really works. Quote, 1 stake cash is 1 USD. They only use gold coins because they need to say that you aren't gambling with real money to stay open in the US. Except, of course, you are actually gambling with real money. They just have a virtual currency workaround, which basically everyone is...
So it's like how Japanese... what's the ball thing called? Pachinko parlors work, right? Pachinko parlors. It's like a digital pachinko.
Figured out.
It's like FIFA
Some
coins.
casinos are just kind of more honest about it than others. Cheddar's basically saying the quiet part out loud. They're going after 18 to 21-year-olds with TikTok, Tinder, sports betting at the pace of slots. And by the way, people are betting on their success. They're actually in a cohort of startups invested in by a Silicon Valley investment firm called A16Z. But if you think that's a bad idea, now let's talk about banks and gambling. I recently made a video on Yada, which was a fintech, which is a complicated story. We've done a ton of work on here and here. But basically, the original pitch was a no-lose lottery, which gamified savings. Lots of YouTubers worked with them, and they acted like a bank, at least at first.
Not Mark!
Ton of work on here and here. But basically, the original pitch was a no-lose lottery, which gamified savings. Lots of YouTubers...
Not Mark! No! They got Mark, man. They got Mark by the balls. They got Mark by the nuts, dude. Leave Mark out of this? Oh, yeah. I put him at gunpoint and said, take the Yada deal. What are you talking about? Honey never got to him and he got bit by the Yada virus. Sometimes you get Yada'd. I got honeyed. He got Yada'd. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Sometimes you get honeyed, sometimes you get Yada'd.
Work with them, and they acted like a bank, at least at first, until they switched their new business model to be about allowing you to gamble inside the app and lose money, essentially becoming a casino.
Okay, there's no way it was like this when Mark first did it. Was it like, there's no way it was like this. This shit is crazy. So, but I think Caviezel is saying the initial premise was you would get savings and then that would be put into like a sweepstakes lottery and then you would win that. And then now it's just, hey, there's a fucking casino on our banking app.
Within what is essentially a bank account. Now, I should actually note that Yada recently shut down the banking side and have fully focused on the sweepstakes casino part. I guess it's a more profitable business, but it's a sign of the times that everyone is moving their app more towards gambling, and finance is going the same way.
Ah, fuck Robin Hood. I'm going to move all my money off. I made a vow. I put in one final sports bet on Dodgers Game 6. After I win it, I'm moving all my money off. I'm moving all my money off. I put in one final bet. One last bet to win it all back. What if you lose it all? Then we're doing one final bet. One final bet to win it all.
On August 19, 2025, the investing app Robinhood announced they are bringing sports betting prediction markets to their app. In the announcement, the vice president of Robinhood claimed sports betting was a, quote, no-brainer, as we aim to make Robinhood a one-stop shop for all your investing and trading needs. AKA, we noticed people were leaving.
Also, their fees are so insanely high for gambling. Their fees are ridiculous. Holy shit. I think it's like 5% flat or something.
To other apps, we don't like that. We'd like you to never leave our app. Now, ironically, the very next day, FanDuel, a sports betting app, announced they were bringing stock market betting to their customers.
But I will ask you about what some call the gamification of markets. Why this move? Why FanDuel? Why now?
For us to have a partner like FanDuel and be able to have 14 million accounts on day one, I'm not becoming a casino, contrary to popular opinion. I didn't buy a casino. These are markets that will be offered to the general public, and we think is massively exciting of what it could do.
And you couldn't have a more perfect image of how finance is embracing the casinos and vice versa. Actually, correction, you can have a more perfect image, because after I wrote this, the New York Stock Exchange's owner invested $2 billion into Polymarket. So actually, this is the perfect image of where we are.
Dude, Polymarket is a disease. Polymarket is a blight on society. Chat, should we do a video betting $10,000 on Polymarket and I let you guys make all the bets? And we pick the dumbest bets that possibly exist?
And a result is a lot of young people now see the stock market as kind of more like a betting market. The most popular group on Reddit is Personal Finance with about 21 million followers. In second place, Wall Street Bets, where gambling on the stock market is embraced and celebrated. It grew the most during the meme stock craze of 2020, which shifted how some people thought about investing. Instead of being driven by earnings, prices, or fundamentals, people gambled on memes, attention, and vibes.
I gambled thousands because of Wall Street Bets. I read a Wall Street's Bet post and it convinced me, because it was so well written, that I should just put all my money in a rocket, because rocket money. That shit tanked. I bought that shit. Let me check. This did not work out. I've been holding on to rocket money for years. Just years waiting for it to go back green.
People are chasing bigger returns and taking on bigger risks to do so. One measure of this is the amount of debt people are taking out to invest. Margin debt is at an all-time high of $1 trillion, which even on an inflation-adjusted basis is near all-time highs and up 5x over the last few decades.
It's so easy to take debt on. It's actually it's so easy. I was looking at tickets for the World Series, and I was just clicking random tickets, like tickets I would never buy, but there was tickets that I saw available, front row, behind home plate, for $121,000 a piece. I don't have a credit card that can pay for this. I don't have one. Most people don't. But then, you know, they had like 7 options for, don't worry, do PayPal credit card, or it's like, it was like, what was it? Simply do 40 monthly installments of $2,800, something like that. And I was like, what do you mean 40 monthly installments? What are we doing? They just had, they're like, pay it with credit and pay it back in 60 days, incur no interest. They had like 4 outs for me to still get the thing. And that, I mean, that exists at every pay level. I mean, I could do that for, you know, $1,200 tickets, much less $120,000.
Not only that, the rapid growth of zero-day options by retail traders is also a telltale sign. It's grown 5x in volume over 5 years, showing that people are trying to gamble more. Zero-day options are the stock trader equivalent of red or black at the casino. Fast action, massive wins or losses on a single day. But if the stock market is America's casino, then meme coins are basically the back alley bookie who will break your legs. Bigger price swings, faster action. Meme coins are even more degenerate than meme stocks and pump and dump usually within a single day. Among the people who trade...
I think people who still trade in meme coins, I don't have much remorse for. Because I think it's so widely known that meme coins are, absolute scams and operate on the greater fool theory. So they just are still under the impression that they are smarter than the dumbest idiot while doing what only the dumbest idiots do. You bought Trump coin, bro? Okay. I bought Trump coin because it was a gag during the investment part during Doug's thing. I also bought United Healthcare as it was a gag. I did not buy Trump coin thinking this shit's gonna go up. Now, to be honest, I didn't think it'd go down as much as it did. That I didn't expect. I thought it was gonna go down. I didn't think it was gonna go down like 80%. I thought it was gonna go down closer to like 30%. I thought it'd be somewhat stable, not even a little stable. But it was a goof. It was a goof. It was a goof.
These Pump.fun is the leading destination as the one-click launchpad. And
I swear to God, Ludwig's secretly MAGA. How? I voted for a woman 10 times, and I'm secretly MAGA.
Anyone can make a meme coin in
I'm not saying
seconds,
how
and
is
there
it
is no
secretly?
value in it other than the expectation that someone might be more foolish than you and buy at a higher price than you did. And of course, Pump.fun is happy to take a cut and make most of the money. Most traders will lose, but now you can also get a cut if you're a content creator who pushes one of these coins. We've seen the same thing from launchpads like Meteora. They allow creators to have a split of some of the trading fees, and it kind of democratizes the grift. Now, anyone can farm their followers and fans for money. You don't have to be particularly sophisticated, and that's actually how Trump made millions of dollars in fees with Trump meme coin without ever selling. He just farmed the fees. And to be clear, this money doesn't magically appear. It's being siphoned away from regular people who mostly lose. It creates a sad ecosystem where most creators are racing to the bottom for attention to get their audiences to pump their worthless coins, leading to a predictable spiral where most are scamming, rage baiting, or otherwise trying to shock each other into becoming the biggest grift of the day.
Chat, when I drop a meme coin, understand it will be coming from a very good place because I genuinely think that's going to be a really cool project. So dump all your money in it. Because seriously, I wouldn't do it unless I was positive it was going to be a really cool project that was changing the space. Oh my God, that was a Nazi flag. I'm sorry, I didn't notice. Everyone was saying crazy pause. I just thought the guy, you guys were making fun of the way he looked. I didn't even realize. I swear to God, I didn't realize. Man.
Cups got drained.
Thanks for the 20 bandos.
It's ripping.
What? If you've ever heard of a zero-sum game where someone has to win for the other one to lose, meme coins are negative sum because of all the trading fees. Most people, by definition, will lose. The real winner, of course, is Pump.fun and people pushing it. According to one analysis, they've generated revenues of over $800 million for themselves, while almost none of the traders have made significant profits.
Holy shit.
According to one analysis, 0.4% of all traders will ever make over $10,000. So almost no one. And look, the reason we're going through all of this is to explain the many ways that gambling is no longer just about slots, cards, brick and mortar casinos. We've injected it into every conceivable aspect of our lives. And that has two effects. One, it's inescapable. You cannot avoid gambling by avoiding Vegas anymore. It's literally everywhere. And then two, it's also harder to understand and study because most researchers are studying like casinos, sports betting, but so much of gambling is not that anymore. So as we get to the numbers of this stuff, remember, everything's going to be an undercount.
I feel like I want to go back. You know, let's remove all online gambling and build just a gambling mecca. You know, maybe an East Coast Vegas. And I'm not talking Atlantic fucking City. I'm talking a real one. Yeah, because you should be making the intentional decision that I'm gonna travel and be a fucking piece of shit and gamble it all and get drunk as hell. That should be a conscionable decision, as opposed to sitting on your couch and it's 15 minutes before game time and you see that the Lakers have good odds against the Timberwolves and you dump in $50. We got to go back, man. We got to go back to when gambling made you had to do a little effort to do it. Nowadays, I'm watching like a fucking short and it's like, oh, let me buy everything on the Starbucks menu. And then they go through the drive-thru and they go, but first I got to hit this Roulette $100 coin flip. Oh, I lost $200. Oh, I lost $400. Oh, I lost $800. Hell yeah, we hit it. And then they do the content. That shit everywhere. I wonder what our monthly expenses on gambling are as a country now. I think it used to be $400 a month. Or sorry, a year, excuse me. I think the average American spent $400 a year on gambling before. I think that shit has increased.
But it is still important to talk about those casinos, and that's where we're going to shift now. Starting with the biggest trend that has happened for these casinos, and number 2 on our reason, which is sports gambling becoming legalized. Rewind the clocks for a second back to 2018 when the Supreme Court overturned a federal ban.
That was a horrible decision.
At the time, basically, you could only sports bet in Nevada. But after this, you can see in a few years, we've completely flipped on the issue. Most states now allow sports betting. And along with that, the advertising budgets for these companies is absolutely enormous. DraftKings, FanDuel, Underdog, Prize Picks, they've spent hundreds of millions of dollars getting celebrities and influencers to push their product every year. And man, has it worked. As I'm writing this, the #1 sports app on the App Store is not sports. It's not ESPN. ESPN and the NFL are second and third. The #1...
Who's getting the fucking NFL app? What are you even doing with that? What does that do? Oh, they got Red Zone on there? I got the MLB app, but that's because I like to see the actual strike zone to see if the ump is wrong. So when I am at the game, I can boo the ump. I literally pull up the MLB app to watch the strike zone of every game I'm at. And every time the ump is wrong, I boo. But the issue is it's usually delayed by like 2 pitches. So I'm booing behind every time. But I always wait to check the actual strike zone to see if it was wrong before I boo. I'm a very respectful viewer.
Sports app is actually DraftKings. And in the top 10, half of those apps are sports betting, which is insane. There are 2 reasons for this. Obviously, one, hundreds of millions in advertising. But the second is what are called inducements, which is when these apps...
That's when you try to force your dog to shit by putting a toothpick up its ass.
Incentivize players to download them and place a bet.
Not a toothpick, a Q-tip.
Sometimes literally offering what seems like free money.
It's got an NFL offer.
Don't play with me.
We just turned $5 into $150 in bonus bets.
New customers bet $5. Get $300 in bonus bets if you win.
New customers get risk-free bets up to $2,000.
Now look, the reason casinos do this is kind of obvious. If they can make you place one bet, they're more likely to place the second, third, and 100th. But even setting aside the fine print of these weird offers, does it not strike anyone else as weird that we're allowing gambling companies to give away free stuff? Imagine the cigarette industry told you, buy your first pack, get 50 free packs free to get you started.
I mean, this is literally the winning strategy that Juul used. Juul would go to college campuses and they would just hand Juuls to people who were smoking cigarettes. And they would just go to parties and leave like 50 Juuls behind. And then Juuls spread all over college campuses around the world. And then they got banned. And now we vape Chinese vapes instead because Donald Trump wanted to stop vaping. And so he killed Juul. And now we vape Geek bars. Ludwig, you sold vapes? Yeah, but I did it the right way. By posting pictures of attractive people vaping online and then showing up to schools around the country and handing them vapes. It was the right way. We did it the right way. It was to children, not to college students.
Imagine Budweiser said, shotgun one, they'll send you a case for fun. It's insane. And
They probably
that's
used to do
exactly
that.
what these sports betting apps are doing. It's the lifeblood of how they get new players. And once you're in, these apps will also cater to their biggest players, biggest losers, called VIPs. They will send them gifts as they spend their life savings. And there have been multiple lawsuits actually about this. And to make it worse, if you do the opposite and you actually win too much on these apps, they will try to limit your betting, as one investigation found.
I never showed up to a high school. To be clear, my job as head of marketing never involved any physical marketing or guerrilla marketing. By the time I joined the vaping industry, they were very litigious. I joined genuinely like 18 months before Juul was shut down. So all the competitors for us were getting shut down. So we had a lot of very serious limits to how we marketed. Hence why I had the Let's Quit Vaping marketing program that we were going to sponsor FaZe Banks for.
Show any real ability to effectively handicap a game and beat the sportsbook, they will limit your bets and essentially kick you out of the sportsbook. They will not let you win.
Can you talk to me a little bit about how sportsbooks treat you once you start winning?
They don't want to accept your bets.
Yeah, it turns out the casinos actually hate the exact player that's featured in all of their advertisements. The guy who actually wins too much money. Which is actually so crooked when you think about it, that if you're one of the few people who achieves what they're promoting, they actually don't want you. Now, as I was writing...
And it's exactly like what Vegas does, but on a digital level where there's no... They can just fucking ban you from an app and then you're just dead. Shogun, thank you for the 20. Would you be surprised how much money Americans spend on average on lottery and scratch-off tickets? Would I be surprised? No, not even a little bit. Bearnap, thank you for the 5 gifted. I'm not surprised a little bit, bro. Americans, nowadays, we're gambling a crazy amount. I think we are going to, if not already, beat Australia on how much the average person gambles.
This story,
I think we're catching up and gonna beat Australians.
Another massive scandal actually broke in the sports betting world, which is even more corrupt than not allowing winners.
But as you now know, individuals such as Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today. Former, current NBA players and coaches. What you don't know is that this is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years.
That's right, the FBI just exposed a massive sports rigging scheme that was using these apps to win money on rigged basketball games. One example of this was March 23rd, 2023, when an NBA player, Terry Rozier, told a friend ahead of time that he was going to go out early on a foot injury. And so that night, $200,000 in bets were placed on his underperformance because no one else knew that he was injured. And a few minutes after Terry kind of limping around, he left the game and the bets paid off. A few days later, Terry Rozier and his friend allegedly counted the money at his house from the fraudulent wagering scheme. And this was one of several rigged games the FBI...
That is so dumb to count it. Why would you count it, bro? It is funny watching the footage on hindsight and seeing how he's acting for stage. They call me a theater kid. That motherfucker looking at his foot like it's got a nuke attached to it. Like he's got a second foot growing out of it.
I allege, but the media was quick to point out this isn't even the first time someone was caught doing something like this.
Jonte Porter, who played for the Toronto Raptors, has already pled guilty. He's already pled guilty. He's awaiting sentencing for doing just what Rozier and Jones are accused of.
Terry Rozier contract. Let's just see how much money he gave up to do this. Terry Rozier had a $26 million contract for this year. He's made $160 million in career earnings. And they were counting up 200 fucking K. Brother, you have made almost 5 Moist Critical YouTube channels and you're sweating $200,000? What are we doing here? That's insane.
So this train has already left the station, Laura, and I have to tell you, When Jeff Teague, an NBA player, says, oh, there's betting everywhere, it is everywhere. I've done ads for DraftKings. LeBron James has done ads for DraftKings. In fact, ESPN, when they were reporting this story this morning, they're having programming, people talking just like you and me, talking about this scandal on the press conference the FBI was giving. And underneath them on the ticker was an ad for ESPN Bet, which is ESPN's own sportsbook.
Yeah, the irony of all of this is that the same people who condemn illegal betting going on are simultaneously pushing the sports books, which create the opportunity. And at some point, the producers on ESPN actually noticed it. And see if you can spot the moment they try to fix the sportsbook ad
They've
in
become
the corner.
self-aware.
You hear a lot about legal sports gambling on this show. The Bussin' Boys, obviously sports gambling is a huge part of what you do, so we put those all out there as a preamble because it might be in the back of people's minds, and we acknowledge that this is a different time and place. However, there is a fine line, not so fine, there is a bold line that obviously has to be drawn.
Well, that's a little awkward. You're actually supposed to remove the ad for sports betting before talking about sports rigging.
Unfortunate
And honestly,
timing.
we've only hit the tip of the iceberg here because we've since learned these professional leagues are useless at catching this stuff. Turns out the NBA already investigated Terry Rozier before the FBI indictment for that exact game, and they cleared him because the NBA commissioner said there was insufficient evidence.
Ultimately concluded that there was insufficient evidence despite that aberrational behavior to move forward.
Right.
And then the FBI was like, nah, they just did it. You missed that one? How'd you miss that one? How'd you miss that one? That guy looks evil. Adam Silver's just bald, guys, okay? Relax. Relax. He is just bald. Bald people look evil.
So even with aberrational activity, they had the right game, the right guy, and the NBA couldn't find enough evidence. I mean, the more money that goes into sports betting, the more this will be a problem, and the leagues are clearly not equipped to handle it. But people just look the other way because the money's too good. And I want to now address the size of these betting markets because they're absolutely enormous in ways most people don't understand. And to get our heads around it, we're going to look at some survey numbers. One study estimates that 22% of all Americans and almost half of men my age have an online sports betting account.
Chat, press 1 if you have a sports betting account. Let's see it. Be honest, even if you don't actively use it, press 1 if you have or have, used a sports betting account. Active or past?
2.
Active or past? It counts if you have opened up a CS box or invested in a stock. Now I'm counting it, I should say. Don't you know that counts? I'm counting it. Yeah, I'm saying it's a conglomerate group. I invested in an ETF. You son of a bitch. We caught you. Cash Patel should be at your door any moment. You motherfucker. You are no better than Terry Rozier. You son of a bitch. Bagged another one. Do Pokemon cards count? Yeah, absolutely. Opening a Pokemon card is literally worse odds for you than pulling the slot at Buffalo.
Another estimates that 1 in 4 people have placed a bet on sports and 1 in 5 have placed a bet in the last year. Like with all surveys, there's margins of error here, but the data mostly agrees. Sports betting is very widespread and extremely popular among young men. And for the ones who get addicted, it's financially devastating. One recent study looked at Americans' finances before and after sports betting was legalized by their state. They found that bankruptcy rates rise approximately 10% after legalization. Another paper looked at financial stability, noting that for households that do bet, they spend on average about $720 a year sports betting. And the study found that for every dollar someone deposits for betting, there's a reduction in net investments of just under $1. As people gamble more, they invest less.
That makes sense.
Which means their financial future is worse.
Because they're using their investment money for gambling.
Makes sense. But this is especially true of problem gamblers or gambling addicts. To be clear, this is not something that affects all gamblers.
The only problem is when you stop gambling, because then you stop your ability to earn. So I don't know what he's talking about with these problem gamblers. Okay? That's you? No, because I haven't stopped yet. And I know I'm inches away from the jackpot. I just have one final bet I need to hit.
Roughly 1% of the world population suffers from this. It's more common among people who bet regularly and bet online. Two of the things that sports gambling encourages. Problem gambling completely obliterates people's finances and affects more than just the gambler, because as they beg, borrow, or steal to continue their addiction, they affect everyone around them. And I do mean steal. Roughly half of gambling addicts will commit a crime, and most of those crimes are to continue gambling. Often
half?
Gambling?
I guess that makes sense, because I'm thinking of the two gambling addicts I knew, and they both committed crimes. Have you? Have I committed crimes? Yeah, 100%, but not thievery related to gambling. My crimes are unrelated to gambling. Grayson Goss, addicted to gambling, committed a crime, fraud, and Slicker, addicted to gambling, committed a crime, fraud. Tax evasion is not theft. It is not theft if you evade, as long as you don't get caught. If you evade for the rest of your life, you will never commit a crime.
Leading to a spiral where the addict doesn't see a way out, which is why problem gambling has one of the highest suicide rates of any substance addictions. Full stop.
That makes so much sense. The despair you feel after losing in gambling is almost unmatched, because there's not an equivalent, it's not like you can just get a hit again, because you need to get the funds again, and getting the funds is hard. The despair of losing in gambling is tough. I know you're making a joke, but losing in League of Legends isn't even as close, because at least you can boot up the lottery and open up another league game and maybe just queue into one of the 30% of games you're supposed to win. But if you lose it all on a gambling bet, you can't boot it up. Like, it's over.
I don't get it. You know none of this matters, right?
Yeah.
You've tried this before with Roulette, CS2, and it did nothing.
Yep.
No, literally, I mean nothing. Absolute silence. All the moralizing, the anti-gambling. You're wasting your time.
Yeah. Let me tell you a story. A year ago, I was offered $20,000 to do a video by Casino. Now, I said no and made a whole series about it, but what I didn't tell you is that later I was offered $1 million to cover my legal fees in an ongoing case. Now, this was offered by a person who said they wanted to remain anonymous, no strings attached, very nice person. They said they wanted to just help out. Sounds great. But then I found out the money was coming from a sports betting company. They were one of the top people, and that's obviously a dilemma for me. I am publicly against gambling, and here this person's kind of privately telling me, well, gambling can pretty much solve all my problems. Pay my legal fees, they're telling me, oh, their company's regulated, it's fine, it's above board. Ultimately, I had to say no. Thank you for the offer, but, in my head, there's no such thing as $1 million, no strings attached. Obviously, I also can't take $1 million from a sports betting company and then go make a video criticizing sports betting. But it gave me pause and kind of gave me an aha moment that I was missing before, where I started to understand exactly how screwed we are. And this goes into our third reason gambling is winning. The casual way these casinos can throw around life-changing money for any normal person is why the data will never fix this. It's why having enough sad facts about addicts or interviewing people whose lives were ruined will not change things. Believe me, I've done it, and it's never moved the needle. To be honest, it's not even debatable that gambling is kind of bad for most people and life-destroying for a few. Even the industry kind of admits that, but the reason gambling is everywhere in spite of that is there is too much money in the game benefiting the people that make the final decisions, right? Think about the states with tax revenue, the casino profits, the influencer payouts. There's a small group that gambling is incredible for. So incredible, it basically defies logic. I'm talking billions of dollars in profits. And if you want to understand why gambling is everywhere, you can't just look at the statistics. You have to look at the money.
Dude, it is crazy how much money is in it. I'm so much, and I'm very rich. I'm very happy with how much money I have. I am so much phenomenally poorer than XQC. It is crazy how much broker I am than him, and it's not close. It's not close, bro. It's a phenomenal how much money. He has over $100 million. I will never make that much money, much less have it. Because there's making it, and then there's taxes, life expenses, and then having it. That's a crazy amount of money, bro. He's got so much money. Trainwrecks has so much more money than I'll ever have in my life, ever. Ever. Start taking gambling ads. I'll do the comedy festival first, to be honest. If it goes to shit, you'll see me in Riyadh. I'll do the comedy festival. If that doesn't work out, then I'll start the gambling ads. That's probably the game plan. That's the roadmap. The Riyadh Gambling Comedy Festival. No, it is a crazy amount of money. You know why else gambling will always be around is because it is so awesome. And it's so easy to gamble on some shit, feel the rush, heighten the experience of watching a sport, or delude yourself. Like, they're coming around. This happened, bro. I was at the Dodgers game. They do a 50-50 raffle. 50% of the proceeds go to a charity. 50% of the proceeds go to the winner of the raffle, who wins, usually $100,000+. I put $50 into that raffle. My ticket was 696969. I was like, hell yeah, winning ticket. The Dodgers lose the game. I'm like, it's all right. I'll win the raffle. The winning ticket was $5.3 million off from whatever my ticket number was. It was like as far as could humanly be possible. But I literally remember looking at the score, the game was lost, and thinking, I'll probably win the raffle. I literally thought that to myself. I remember looking at the Robinhood app, and the sports betting line was so atrocious because the Dodgers were losing by so much. It was a 5% chance for the Dodgers to win that I put in at that point another $500 because I thought, damn, it's going to be so sick when this is the greatest comeback of all time and I make 20x my money. Your brain's cooked? Yeah, it's insanely cooked. I'm a gambler. I love gambling. Yeah, it's fried. It's why I have had a policy where I don't gamble unless I'm in Vegas or like at some if I was in Macau or something. I had this policy forever. I never downloaded a gambling app. I avoided all forms of online gambling. I don't even gamble I won't gamble money with friends. Like if a friend's like, I'll bet you $100, I will always cap it out at 5 because I don't even want to engage in gambling. And then it popped up on an app I already had, and now I'm sucked back in. You had a poker game? I don't find poker to be the same. I think like if you do a poker night with your friends, it is not the same to me. But this may be me compartmentalizing, but a poker night with your boys where you're sitting around a table slinging cards for 4 hours is a little different. It just is. It just is different.
And I want to show you exactly how this works with an example. This is Matthew. He's better known online as Nate Shot, and recently he took a gambling deal with an offshore crypto casino. And when he first talks about the deal, I want you to notice it's a little strange. He almost seems hesitant.
Boys, we just partnered with Rootbet, and before I say anything, don't gamble, okay? You will lose. I promise you, you're gonna lose. But that's why I partnered with Rootbet, so they can pay me to gamble. So even when I lose,
you're my mans.
I'm still going to
Ludwig
lose.
7.
Yeah, it's pretty weird to hear.
What the fuck was that ad read? At least he's honest. I mean, I think he was honest up until the last sentence. He should have said, even when I lose, I win. Because that was the reality of the sentence. He literally lied at the 99-yard line. He dropped the ball at the 99-yard line. The whole point of him taking the sponsor to gamble is that he can win regardless of what happens in the casino because he's getting paid to do it. He got real close. He was honest. I think he's saying he gambles so much he loses the sponsor. I don't believe that, though. I think he would be lying if he said that. I don't believe he took a gambling sponsorship, gambled all the money, lost every single dollar that they paid him to show it off. And he's like, see, like I actually just gambled for the love of the game and I lost it all. Like, I don't buy that for a second.
Someone say, don't gamble, guys, while announcing a partnership with a gambling company. Nadeshot implies that he may lose money, but in fact, he later admits that it's the most money he's ever been paid.
Okay, see? There's no genuine risk happening, which has always been my gripe with online gambling. I've talked about this for years now. I talked about this like 4 fucking years ago when the Great Kick Revolution happened. I think it's so dumb when you get an online casino who's paying you to gamble, because then you're no longer gambling. You're not risking any capital. You are getting paid the capital that you are risking. And usually you are risking less capital than you are receiving, like a magnitude less. So all you're doing is like pretend losing money and all the emotions are fake. But it gets conflated because it's more nuanced than like gambling bad. Because then usually when I say that shit, people are like, don't you gamble? Which is like, okay, well, that's not the point. I'm not saying that you can't gamble.
This is the biggest partnership that I've had in my entire career.
No, instead, I think the hesitancy, the weirdness of this video is because Nadeshot knows pushing gambling is kind of bad for people.
Most money ever been paid doesn't equate to money made. Okay, are you genuinely with your full chest saying Nadeshot is being honorable and he took a casino sponsorship and he spent all of it and he was being genuine when he said, I took the sponsorship because I love gambling and this lets me get it all out and I didn't make a dime from this. I'm actually just funneling it all back to the casino because I just like seeing the roulette wheel spin. Like, are you being real? You have to be dense as a rock to believe that. Clearly, he made a fuck ton of money. Maybe he would have made more if he gambled a bit less, but he definitely made a fuck ton of money. And I'm sure, I don't need to call him because I'm sure he, after getting a lot of shit, was probably forthcoming about it. He probably said that he just did the fucking thing we heard.
He said so in a podcast a couple years ago.
I definitely think that people streaming on Twitch, all the crypto betting, certainly incentivizes younger kids to be more interested in crypto gambling. Like, I know personally people that should not have been gambling online, but because it's so easy to gamble with crypto, they did it when they could not afford to do it, and it has not worked out well for them.
Right.
I mean, I think the reality is like, the truth is in front of all of us. The reality is there for all of us. And it's irrelevant what morals you have around the truth when you are corrupted by the money the moment it comes along. And I think if most people are being honest with themselves, they would be corrupted by the money too. The money would corrupt. Doesn't matter what opinions you might have. Nadeshot clearly explaining his opinions on this podcast. It's irrelevant because the money corrupts him the moment he is faced with it. And I'm not even like shaming him for that because I think the majority of people will do that. I think money corrupts, and it's and you know what the best visual for this? You guys remember the movie Wolf of Wall Street? in the movie Wolf of Wall Street, there's this like cop, detective, who is chasing down Leonardo DiCaprio the whole movie, making shit all for cash, and eventually nabs him. And then there's this scene where he's like solemnly riding like a subway home back to his broke life. And it's like, you know, the Wolf of Wall Street guy's out now. He's richer than ever. What was the value in sticking to your morals? You don't live a better life for it. You're not buried with it. So I see why a lot of people get corrupted along the way. What's that movie where there's the guy? Fuck, there's another movie that tackles this plot. Where there's the movie where the guy he didn't take a $100,000 bribe. He was a good cop and he had a shit life. That movie is... No, I'm not thinking of Catch Me If You Can. Training Day. Oh, yeah, American Gangster. It's American Gangster with Denzel. American Gangster tackles this perfectly. Yeah, Russell Crowe and Denzel Washington. American Gangster rules.
Nate Shot knows personally it's bad. But for the reason why he's doing it anyways, just fast forward 2 minutes in the podcast and we find out because the host asks, a hypothetical. What if someone offered Nate Shot $100 million to promote gambling? And well, let's just say his tone changed.
I ain't turning down $100 million, bro. You got me fucked up, brother. I'll go on there and I will crypto gamble 24/7, dude. At that point, man, it's the parents' fault. Hey, I'm just working over here. You're going to pay me more than LeBron? Brother, I would be lighting up, cash on fire, gambling crypto. I would sell my soul for 100 M's. Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
We should clip this. We should send this over to Kate.
I won't sleep. I will be your workhorse. You want me to pump blue chews and crypto gambling? I will do it all.
This is so sad.
You got me fucked up. Them kids, dude.
Because it wasn't for 100 million. His number was not 100 million. As a fact, they did not pay Nate Shot $100 million. As a fact, they did not do it for 100 mil. What's your number? My number to run a full Nate Shot. I think I've just made too much money to have a number. I retired my mother. I bought my sister a place. I'm going to buy my mother a house. I don't know what else I need on this earth. And that's not me being holier than thou. I've just genuinely made $10+ million. I just made a lot of money. If I didn't, then I wouldn't be able to say this, but I've just made enough money. And it didn't have to come from a casino. It, came from shout out to youtube.com. You need a yacht and a jet. I drive a 1997 Subaru Sambar from Japan that doesn't have air conditioning every day. I'm not saying I don't like nice things, but I'm just saying I don't need yacht money. I don't need private plane. The amount of money and the lifestyle I have, I think is awesome. I don't need too much more. I don't need anything more, really. It was a 30K EV conversion. It was a free EV conversion. Shout out. Oh my God. There was a bug in my ear. Don't kill it. If it comes by me again, I got to swing. I don't like thinking about them coming in my ear. So yeah, I don't think I have a number to be corrupted. But who knows, bro? Because there's different levels of corruption too. Like I've been corrupted by money, just not on this issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been corrupted to do deals for games in the past that I'm not that big of a fan of, but I think the damage that like advertising the game gives doesn't outweigh what the money can do for me or the people in my life. So it's like we all have, like, I think, levels of corruption we give into for money. I was the biggest Honey fan in the world. You sold vapes for minimum wage? Hold up. That was $60,000 a year. That was not minimum fucking wage. And you're exactly right. I was broke as shit. I didn't vape myself. And I was down to work at a vape company because it was the only job I could land. And I was hella down to do that shit. So it's like, I'm not blaming somebody. I'm just now in a position, fortunately, thanks to you guys, that I don't need to be corrupted because I've made enough. Didn't you do Fireball ads? Fireball Friday, baby. Yeah. But I wouldn't even say that was corrupted. I did that because I thought that was awesome at the time. I was 25 and I liked Fireball. That wasn't even like, I just genuinely thought that shit ruled when I was 25. Now I don't drink, and I think Fireball's yucky because I've thrown up drinking it. But that's not like, oh, I don't drink alcohol, but I'll promote it because I'm paid.
Damn kids.
Look, I'm just going to say, you can say he's wrong for saying that. He's a bad person for saying that. But the reality is, this is why gambling is winning. The casinos have so much money, they are buying people's souls. Even people who kind of admit gambling's kind of bad. Put enough money on the table, and Nate Shot says, hey, fuck them kids. And by the way, speaking of fucking them kids, let's talk about Drake.
W's in the shot.
It isn't just streamers or influencers taking deals. It's the biggest rapper on the planet. He signed a reported $100 million deal recently with Stake, the crypto casino, which is wild. There's really no endorsement deals like that anywhere else that hit those kind of numbers. And just like Nate Shot, Drake wants you to know that, even though he's taking the money, gambling isn't for everyone. Recently, he posted an $8 million loss, saying, gotta share the other side of gambling. Now, maybe some of you think that's brave, but to me, I see that and go, Drake, that is the only side of gambling for most people. If any normal person lost $8 million, their life is over and their legs are broken. You're the only one with another side to this whole thing.
No, because when you lose, when you gamble, you actually just rationalize it in your head and you think back to a time you won, and then you do napkin math to just level out the numbers. So if you lost like 500 on a bet, then you're like, well, actually, fucking last time I went to Vegas, I was up 150. And then if you add like the 200 that I won in a side bet I made with my friend, yeah, it probably cancels out. You just cancel that shit out. Do a little bit of DGen math.
Where, to be clear, that other side is reportedly getting paid $100 million. And to be clear, like, it's a lot of people taking these deals. I'm not trying to single anyone out. You know, let's also take Kevin Hart, right? One of the world's smallest comedians. He pushes DraftKings. And this one...
What's up with the strays? The strays are coming out.
I find really bizarre.
Do me a favor, man. Go to the DraftKings app. Look at what I'm betting on. Look at why I'm betting on. Place your bets. All the action is here. DraftKings, Kevin Hart.
I'm not even going to ask why Kevin needs you to get on DraftKings and bet. Like, the fact is he's worth a reported $450 million. But the real thing I find so gross about this is that Kevin Hart has gone on podcasts and talked about the need for financial literacy. You know, he talked about this on Joe Rogan.
The biggest problem within our community is knowledge. We don't know. Debt is welcomed because it's celebrated. That's all we know. The knowledge isn't given. So it's not till you obtain that knowledge and understanding that you go, oh, shit. Oh, this is why you put money up. This is how you increase versus decrease. Oh, this is how you earn on your money. Oh, wow. I can gain wealth by investing in what?
Angela, what in the fuck are you saying to me? Why weren't you at Disney with Make-A-Wish with Mr. Beast? What are you talking about? I don't even know what you're saying to me. I don't know what he's referencing. I need to know. What do you need to know, Angelo? Are they at Disney now? Answer him. I've never been invited to Disney for Make-A-Wish, or it just didn't happen. I don't have the invite. No, I know you're saying with Make-A-Wish. I just don't have this invite. I got invited to do a Make-A-Wish meet one time. I did it. It was at, what's the YouTube convention called? It was a couple days ago. Well, I wasn't invited a couple days ago, Angelo. Fuck face. 2 years ago, 2 VidCons ago, I was invited to do a Make-A-Wish. I did one. Okay. I did a Make-A-Wish meet and greet. The child who's part of Make-A-Wish did not watch me. I think their dad low-key watched me, and there was a list of people they could meet at VidCon for Make-A-Wish, and their dad wanted to meet me. That's the only time I've ever had a Make-A-Wish ask, and I was down for it. Nolan said they invited you and you said no. Nolan is lying on his name right now. I just pulled up my DMs with Nolan, the last DM, July 13th, 2024. So, Angelo, why the fuck are you spewing propaganda doing no further research? My last message from Mr. Beast was 40 days ago. Angelo, where's my apology? Because you're spreading lies. Oh, now he's quiet. That's crazy. That's what I asked them and I was told. Angelo, I don't care what happened. I'm asking you to apologize for being wrong. Because you came in here and you said, why do you hate cancer kids? That's what you said. And I don't hate cancer kids. That's a crazy jump. I don't hate cancer kids. Okay, he apologized. All right.
The stock world is what? How many people partake in the stock world? And is there a part that isn't necessarily gambling? Is there a low risk part? The information isn't there.
Yeah, Kev, maybe the information isn't there on the stock market part, which isn't gambling, because you're too busy telling them about actual gambling. Understand that Kevin Hart is not just a guy who sometimes talks about it on podcasts either. He has a whole partnership, an actual partnership with Chase Bank, where they ran a campaign to improve financial literacy. But then Kevin goes on the side and he's pushing DraftKings, which preys on people's financial illiteracy. And while we're talking about small comedians with...
I think Kevin Hart wants to be a billionaire. I think that's it. And I think he'll do whatever it takes to be a billionaire. Angelo, get your apology from Nolan for lying to you. What am I apologizing to you for? I think if your goal is to be a billionaire, you give up any semblance of like moral obligations and you let money corrupt to the max. It's not fair. What's not fair? Angelo, you came into my chat and you told me that I hate cancer kids. And I never... How is this my fault? I didn't do it. You walked into a Subway and you said Subway hates kids with cancer. And then the Subway was like, what are you talking about? And you said, well, they said it over at the Chipotle across the street. And then I'm showing you that, brother, I've never spoken with Chipotle. And then I'm at fault? I'm just working at Subway. You never said you love cancer kids? I like them. I like cancer kids. I feel for them. I feel very, it's sad. I feel for them. I don't like that they have, I feel like that kind of came across bad. I don't want to say I love kids. Okay.
Big bank accounts. Let's talk about Joe Rogan too. And listen, I'm not trying to be high and mighty with all this stuff. I know it sounds a bit like that, but believe me, I am eye level with these guys, okay? I'm very short too. You can't tell behind the $10 million studio desk, but no offense is intended here. We got to discuss though, how the biggest comedians in the world, biggest, smallest comedians, are pushing DraftKings. Didn't Joe get a $250 million deal from Spotify? I didn't realize before this video, like, how many gambling ads he has been running recently. In the month of September alone, there were 11 DraftKings ads in 14 videos. And with Joe especially, it's weird because he's the guy who rants against Big Pharma's manipulative advertising.
If you can advertise, you can manipulate people and change their opinion based on theatrics.
So many. Everyone gets a free bet. We all want to win. Hey, let's win together.
You know what to do. You have music and people dancing and holding hands and spinning around in a wheat field. Like, that is so manipulative. And we are subject to manipulation. And when it's something that is so important, like making critical health decisions, there's so many of these commercials. Like, so many times I'm watching television, I'm like, how many goddamn drug commercials are there?
By the way, I agree with him. We are being manipulated, but change a few words from that rant, and you could say the exact same thing about how gambling is pushed.
Truth bomb.
Casinos are also manipulative. They don't advertise the actual reality where people lose. Instead, they say things like winning, cashing in, opportunity. And Joe Rogan's a part of that.
Every game is another chance to cash in. Don't just watch the action, win with it. Every snap is loaded with opportunity.
That is just as manipulative as pharma ads pushing pills that may end up addicting you. In both cases, the collateral damage are the addicts we created along the way. And I guess I have to ask, maybe people think, oh, one's worse than the other. Is there that much of a difference between a drug addict and a gambling addict? No, really, I'm asking.
It's like if you see the drug addict, you see him, he's shooting up or whatever it is, and you see him fainting, you go, oh, that poor bastard. But when you see a guy who's fully in the grips of gambling, trying to figure out how to get his money back, and he's all jazzed up with adrenaline, he doesn't understand why.
It's just like cocaine, it's just like drug abuse, it's just like the opiate problem, it's just like anything else. It could you and I both know people who have lost their lives gambling. Okay, you've seen people in pool halls. You see how they get, Joe Rogan. There's no difference in the drug addict and the gambling addict. Not at all. No difference.
So there is no difference. Then why do we shake our head at the Sackler family and pharmaceutical executives?
Curse the past for following us to the future, huh? I guess that really travels with you wherever you go.
Who push pills that ruin people's lives, but somehow nobody cares. We're doing a very similar thing with gambling. At every level of society, we are shoving this down people's throats. And it's not that I mind if people gamble individually, but we are pushing it on people who otherwise would not have done it, because everything is gambling now, from sports to entertainment to investing. It is totally inescapable, and we're moving the casino from Vegas directly into people's pockets, connecting to their bank accounts. I don't know exactly how this is going to end, but it doesn't take a genius to see where it's going to lead. Gambling is going to be a much larger problem for people, and especially young men. And the saddest part is, there's no amount of data or facts that I can give you that's going to stop that.
No.
There's just too much money at stake.
Regarding online sports books or waiting a cash on sports, we currently work with Prize Picks. Between us, I enjoy betting very mildly on sports. It makes the games more fun, but I'm also aware of the risks it can pose, though probably not very knowledgeable because I haven't had the same exact issues. Is this Theo Vaughn? We make sure to follow guidelines from our sponsors, though it's worth being more intentional about emphasizing those risks to listeners. I feel like in the podcasting space, there's a decent amount of regulation in our ad reads, and I try to remember to advise our listeners that gambling may not be right for them, but I do often forget to do that, to be honest. He shot that one from the hip. He shot that one from the hip. He might have set that shit at 2 a.m. He's saying he's not even doing his ad reads correctly. I don't think any level of shaming is going to change the behaviors of the influencers. I think the money is too nice for that. And any influencer whose behavior would change will be replaced by someone who's more willing to be cracked, to be corrupted. I mean, it really comes down to having some regulation from a state or the government, which they kind of opened the door to all of this in the first place and are currently seeming like at least the current administration is down to take it even further. So I think we're stuck with it for a few years. I think at the very least, we got 3 to 4 years of massive innovation in gambling. And the average American is going to be gambling a lot more per year. And the amount of people who kill themselves from a gambling addiction is definitely going to increase. And I'm sure it has been since 2018. But maybe the next administration. Is gambling different from stocks? Yeah. In terms of the amount of risk you take on. I mean, gambling is also open-ended. There's different levels of risk to gambling within gambling. Opening up Pokemon cards is a riskier bet than playing blackjack correctly, than spinning a slot is, than betting on sports. You know, like there's different levels of risk you're taking on. But I think when anything is, you know, when the ability to lose your money goes above 50%, I feel like that's when you've entered the gambling waters. So I shouldn't invest? No, I'm not saying that. You can invest. I think investing's generally proven over enough time to work out. Not always, but for the most part, yeah. Is roulette not gambling? There's way more than a 50% chance you lose in roulette, no? It's higher than 50. Maybe it's 50.5, but it's over 50. Nelk only affiliate themselves with legal platforms like Prize Picks and Play by the Rules. Nelk manager.
Hey, come back to the bar and let me fix you a drink. The weather isn't changing anytime soon.
You know, all it would take is basic advertising rules or legislative change to put a stop to half of this stuff.
Happy birthday, Ludwig.
That's the thing. Money makes the world move, Coffee. And the people who write the rules like them just the way they are.
Do you really think it's worth all of this, though? Like, just for a little more money?
Hey, you said it yourself, didn't you? It's not just a little money. It's a lot more money. If people would sell their soul for $100 million, well, imagine what they do for billions.
You know, maybe it is time for that drink.
You're gonna tip this time, right?
Good one. Is Ludwig pulling up to the face set tonight? No, I'm not. I'm gonna get a dinner with my mother. And I don't think she's trying to pull up. These are the people who are why he's able to not be corrupted, by the way. The reason CoffeeZilla can say no to $1 million is because he makes high quality content that people like and they support it with their own cash. And he's able to bring in enough money to do it with positive cash flow. Why'd he make himself look so short? He didn't make himself look short, I'll tell you that much. That was not a CoffeeZilla decision. I've corrupted myself in several ways. For example, I play an idiot on Yard D&D. That is a piece of corruption. I make a fool of myself for cash. And it's my corruption. I need to watch Yard D&D. It's a hit. Do you know DARE is a mass surveillance program that LA police using kids in schools as narcs? Yeah, I'm not wearing the DARE program because I'm like repping it. They don't do DARE anymore. It was a huge fail. It's known to be a huge failure. Not for the thing you're talking about, but I think it increased the amount of drug use. It's just a fire shirt. I still remember the valedictorian of my high school's entire speech, because, right, whenever you're the smartest kid in the school, you have to make a speech in front of the whole class, was about how useless the drug coverage during the health class was. I vividly remember him saying the only thing I took away was that meth gave you 4 times the high for half the price. And then he went to MIT or some shit. The first guy I bought drugs off of was my 5th grade DARE officer. That's crazy. That can't be real. That cannot be real. My speech was about, okay, guy who's trying to tell us he was the valedictorian. Well, my speech was a little different. You know, I bet the valedictorian of my school that I would have a better grade than him in AP French because I was French. And I was like, I'll surely beat this guy. I got a B+. He got a 100. I think I had to pay him like $50. I did it in all quarters. He got a fucking 100. And I'm telling you, when he spoke French, je peux vous dire que aujourd'hui j'ai une grosse speech pour vous. Vraiment, ça me plaisir d'être ici avec vous ce soir. C'est trop cool. Sérieusement. And it didn't fucking matter. You got 100. So same as you. Guards! Get him out! Chat! It's time for the sponsored part of stream. Chat, it is time for us to play a game known as BitLife. Boom! It is BitLife time, everybody. Yeah, I got a BitLife sponsorship. If you guys don't know, BitLife is an old-ass game. I did not realize how old it was. It is the longest-lasting life simulator. It does not require internet to play. You can become anyone. And they list Batman, Dua Lipa, and my Uncle Joe. It's all up to your imagination. Good one. And you can stop and continue playing at any time. If you guys want, you can scan the QR code or click the link, and you'll be able to play the same exact life that I just did. Okay? And anyway, my goal right now, because we have an hour, is to live an amazing life and live the life I would have lived if I wasn't a streamer. That's what I'm trying to do today. Because many people always ask me, Ludwig, what would you do if you weren't a streamer? And today I'm going to show you on the game BitLife. So you're going to be homeless, kill a guy, and be dead at 30. No. That is not what I'm doing. Start with $1 million. No, I'm not going to start with $1 million. Hold up. Let me change my name. Ludwig Ogren. Okay. Can you guys hear it, by the way? I am a male. I am from... I'm claiming French. I'm going to claim French citizenship for this. And I'm definitely not from Nantes. I'm telling you that much. I'm from Nice. Select your special talent. That's fine. I didn't even want to do that anyway. All right, let's start my life. All right. Ludwig Ogren, infant. Well, hold up. Is there no... I'm going to put music on. I was born a male in Nice, France. I was an accidental pregnancy. My birthday is March 16th, and I'm a Pisces. My name's Ludwig Ogren. My mother is Assia Andre. My father is Charles Ogren. Kind of a problematic age gap between my mother and father here, but depends when they met. I have an older brother who's 13. Okay, hold up. So my brother's 13. So my mother was 21 when she had him. So 20 when she was impregnated. My father was 31. And we gotta ask if they had the baby at 20. Were they married before the kid? 21's fine. 21 would be fine. I think 21 would be fine. I'm just saying the kid was born when my mother was 21. So he was probably inseminated when she was 20. I'm saying you do the math backwards. It's French. Hey, at least they're not cousins. At least they're not cousins. I can recruit my father on my cult. Okay. So I can't do anything that costs money. We're playing in offline mode. Can I do anything? I'm 1 year old. No, I'll skip God mode. Okay, let's increase the age. After playing all morning, your mother says you need to drink something and asks what sounds good. What will you choose? You're 0 years old. Can't babies not drink water? Isn't that part of the rule of being a baby? Click surprise. Let's gamble. Okay, hold up. I gotta pause for a moment. I gotta pause for a moment. We have a generational shift that I need to do here. Yeah, I think we're good, right? Yeah, I think we're chill. No, I'm not doing microtransactions right now. I am not secretly doing microtransactions. Okay, I drank a glass of milk. Because I heard that if babies drink waters, they could die. So I went with milk because I wanted to guarantee myself the best life possible. Slovakia has blamed a slew of recent car bombs in the city center of Bratislava on Mongolia. What the fuck? I drink a glass of milk after playing all morning. This is actually what it's like to read the news and then live life. You guys are saying, okay, like this isn't what happens when you scroll Twitter and then like finish your shit. This happens every single day to us, chat. You're like, oh fuck, a car bombing. What the hell? And then you're going front to back. This is life. Bratislava. Okay. I don't think I can do much because I'm 1. Yeah, I'll put on the derby. I feel like if I look over at chat, people are going to say to put on the clown mask. Oh, no, they didn't. Dork ass baby. Oh. Last Chance the Rapper. Okay, I'm gonna go Spooko Lantern. Your mother's taking you to the doctor's office to get vaccinated. How will you behave? Try to stay calm, bite her, throw a tantrum. I think I'll bite her ass. My big brother Liam started secondary school. I bit my mother when she took me to the doctor's office to get vaccinated. I just did it straight up. All right. Your parents want to buy you and your brother a pet bulldog named Diesel. Do I want Diesel? Yeah, give me Diesel. Oh, Diesel sounds awesome. Dream come true. Your parents brought home a dog named Diesel for you and your big brother. You broke your parents' flower pot while you were playing. What will you do? If I'm 4, I lie. It wasn't me. I broke my parents' flower pot and then lied about it. Yeah, I'm 100% lying. I'm 4 years old. Why do they have my smart meter so low? Sorry. Why was my smarts my worst quality? You and your big brother Liam are feuding about which one of you is stronger. What will you do? I think I attack him. Prove dominance. If I beat him as a 5-year-old, my brother would be 18 at this time. It would really assert me as the alpha. Ooh. How will you attack your brother? I think I'd go for an uppercut to his groin. You delivered an uppercut to your big brother Liam's groin. Damage 1/4. Not bad. Ow. Oh shit. He backhanded your heel and he severed your waist. What are we talking about? He severed my waist. My 18-year-old older brother cut me in half. Waist chop. 5-horse dismemberment. Okay. Am I dead? How is my health at 72%? How am I alive? Call you Bianji? Mods, don't let that disrespect. Mods, don't fucking talk about Bianji like that. And my relationship with my brother is literally better than my dog. Okay, you know what? Let's spend a little time with my brother. Your big brother Liam took you to Ding Dong Ditch the Neighbors. Let's squabble. Couldn't resist. You feuded with your brother about not sharing candy. Let's have a conversation. You guys discussed why needles are so scary. I watched Cutie get her blood drawn and I almost passed out. All right. I want to increase my relationship with my dog. I'm going to bathe him. I want my dog to have a good ass life. I gave him one treat and he loves me. Okay, I'm almost at max relationship with Diesel. Okay, Let's go next. You're a ding-dong bitch. Okay. You're starting primary school at Little Arnaud Primary School. It's a public school for 5 years. It's cool with me. No! Oh my God, I got asthma. That is such a crazy nerf. I saw the debilitating asthma, I feel like, is laughed off. Asthma is no joke, bro. Asthma is brutal. You can't do, like, if it's really bad, school sports, which isolates you from friend groups. You can't even smoke fucking cigarettes. And I asked because I didn't know, because I always thought that, oh my God, Blaze, thank you for the tier 3 sub. The hell? Pete has adult asthma. And I thought that hitting an inhaler felt good. Because every time I've seen someone with asthma hit an inhaler, it looks awesome. But he said that it doesn't even feel that good. He said that it actually kind of sucks. I thought it was every time someone has an inhaler, they go, and I thought that it was pleasure. It turns out it's just not fucking awesome. I thought it was smelling salts for the throat. All right. School. Class. I want to become the most popular kid. I want to riz my teacher. Compliment my teacher. I have to be a bitsin. Okay, then I'll just compliment my I guess it was creepy. Yeah, I wasn't thinking. I'll go for just my coworkers or my peers. Is it obvious I haven't been in school in 15 years? Riz. Check Twitter. Bro, I remember having a crush on my history teacher when I was in school. Interact with your teachers. The headmaster does not like me at all in any way, shape, or form. What the freak? Drop out of primary school? Let's study a little bit. Should I go to a private school? No, I don't trust people who go to private school. Should I drop out of primary school? No, I feel like it's too early. Visit the school nurse. Give that nurse a raise. The school nurse has treated you for asthma and excused you from the school for the rest of the day. So I'm excused for the rest of my life, brother. What? This nurse is amazing! I've been cured! Oh my God! The nurse cured me of asthma. I've never seen it. I genuinely thought the whole point of a school nurse was just to tell certain people they were allowed to go home for the day. I remember people used to use and abuse our school nurse. They treated her like dead ass a hall pass to go home. Can I go to the nurse? And they would just go, and then they would just be gone for the rest of the day. I only went to the nurse one time because I threw up. I threw up everywhere wildly. It was pizza day, and we had pizza in the classroom, and I ate it. And then I literally remember going, I don't feel so good. And then I stood up and I threw up all over the rug where we used to have sit down read time. And then I went to the nurse's office. What was crazy is I went back the same day. Like, I didn't get sent home. I think they might have called my mom, and my mom said no. She was like, "You're good." So I stayed, and I just went back to the classroom. And it was not a fun day. Nobody rocked with me that day. All right, I need to be more popular. Oh my God, Lucy Levine hates us. Let's Let's give her a gift. Oh my God, I don't have money like that. Fuck off. I'm not giving her shit. Let's mess with her. Fresh pickings. You walk by your classmate Lucy in stealth mode and crop dust at her. Dumbass Lucy. All right, what else can we do? I think Brigitte Dufour is my crush. You tease your classmate Brigitte just to get her attention. Okay, hold up. I think me and Brigitte are going to be a thing. You gave your classmate Brigitte a small smirk and a wink from across the room. Okay, she's not really receptive to this. I feel like we should move on from Brigitte. I'll go for one more. Rule of 3. Let's compliment her. You called your classmate Brigitte a jewel. Is this chemistry class? She told you that you're a dark horse. What does that mean? What does that mean that I'm a dark horse? You studied your primary school work for 6 extra hours. What are you studying in primary school? I don't even remember what I learned in primary school. Addition? You told your classmate Brigitte that you think she's pretty fly. She told you that she thinks you're legit. Oh, this game is old. Hold up. I need to get better at class. You pulled an all-nighter for primary school. All right. Your parents had a new baby boy named Sasha, your new brother. Okay, I have to make Sasha. Oh, I can't do anything with him yet. He's 0. Okay, well, whatever then. Back to Brigitte. Back to some flirting. You did the Running Man dance move to impress your classmate. Okay, it's not working, but now that we formed this relationship with her, let's sell something. Let's sell her a mini 3 Musketeers bar. I got 9 fucking euros for a 3 Musketeer mini. Trick or treat. While trick or treating in your neighborhood, you come upon a bowl full of candy with an attached sign that reads, "Please help yourself to 1 piece." What will you do? Genuinely, I would take a piece and move on. I'm actually against grabbing a handful. I think that's wrong. And emptying the bowl is absurdly wrong. I might trade if I'm coming clean. If I had some bullshit Whoppers and they had like mini Crunch Bars, I might grab a 3 Crunch Bars, give them 3 Whoppers. But I would follow the rule of equal exchange. Even as a kid, yes. I was very sensitive to this as a kid, actually, because I remember there was a house every year that would put a bowl out and the bowl would be empty. And I remember being very mad because they had a fuck you long driveway because we lived in New Hampshire. So when me and my friends James would walk down the driveway and it'd be empty, I'd be upset. And I remember not wanting other people to feel upset because I was upset. But I would give them some hoe shit for sure. Okay, I just want to get better at school. I don't care about the relationships I form. I don't remember many people from primary school. I just got to get better at this shit. We got to grind, y'all. Chat, we got to grind. Is it going up anymore?
You're my man.
I feel like it's not even going up anymore. Check your activities. Find a... Ooh, I want to become a fighter. Have your memory evaluated. I can't believe that. I misclicked, bro. I didn't think if I clicked extra it would hurt. Should I get another pet? Nah, I'm good with the one dog. No, I want to learn martial arts. Ooh, let me become a judo. Actually, my this is real. My cousin, or my second cousin, is so good at judo. She goes to a full-time judo school in like middle school. She's like the judo like state champion in France. Retrospect Ascent. Your parents have decided you're old enough to have a bicycle and want to buy you a 2-year-old green Retrospect Ascent. How do you react? Accept it gracefully or gratefully, turn it down, or ask for a more expensive bike? Let's roll. I would just accept it gracefully. Okay, yeah. You know what? The game knows me. New wheels. Your parents bought you the 2-year-old green Retrospect Ascent. Shout out. Okay, why am I so fucking stupid? My brains are at 65%. I have a bad relationship with my mother. Ask for money. Oh, she rejected me. I guess I shouldn't have asked the person I had a bad relationship with for money. Oh, let's go to the movie theater with them. Now let's just spend time. Now my dad and I have a good relationship, so let's ask him for money. After all I've done, your father said he wants to teach you the value of earning money on your own. Maybe my older brother will give me money. Brother, he wished he could give you some sibling love in the form of money, but instead gave you a noogie. Do you think my younger brother can... Oh, he's too young. I will gift my brother a shape sorter. I'm down. Why is Ohtani so bad at getting on base? He's not so bad at getting on base. He literally went the first 3 games of the World Series getting on base every single at bat. What are we talking about here? Okay. Oh, I'm negative money. Wait, can you see that? I have negative money. I'm like 9 years old. All right, here's my plan. Let's go to the school. Let's get some money up. Let's go to our class and let's try to sell our teacher. No, let's try to sell Matisse a box of some candy cigarettes. $3. It was a private transaction. Your teacher discovered your classmate Matisse with some candy cigarettes you sold when you were sent to the principal's office. Fuck. Okay. You've been sent to the headmaster Dr. Vuitton's office for selling inappropriate materials to a classmate. What will you do? Okay, what would I do for real? Let's argue. I sold cigarettes. Okay, what is the big deal here? What is the big deal? The headmaster told you she hopes you will learn from the experience. argument with Asia Andre. My mother? Your mother's arguing with you because she received a phone call from the headmaster. What do? I'm arguing with her too. Shut up. You berated your mother. Oh, she hates me. Oh, no. Ask her for money. Bang! Holy shit. That's the thing, is most people aren't willing to shoot that shot, but it is literally in shooting that shot that you make cash. I'm not going to insult her now. I'll compliment her. You told your mother you think she's gorgeous. Okay. My grades are down. What the fuck? Why? Let me visit the nurse. That always ends up helping me out. I study every day. What do you mean you don't need to study? Time to practice our judo. Video lesson. You insulted the headmaster? Why would that affect your grades? Acting out should not affect your grades, right? Should I be a black belt at age 10? Chat, hold up. Let me watch 10 of these ads. Study only works once per year. But I've studied every year. I'm an orange belt, W. I pay money so I don't have to watch ads on your stream. But we're literally spending time together. Get God mode. All right, let me check how much is God mode. I can't because I'm offline and I don't know how to go online. I'm going to come clean you, chat. I'm going to come as clean as I can. I don't know how to go online. Everybody relax. The only time I get an ad is when I up my judo. Let's just go next year. We only have 2 years left of primary school. Your classmate Alicia just threatened to hit your teacher. What will you do? I would attack her. I would probably go for a first strike judo directly to her stomach. Ha! You delivered a first strike to classmate Alicia's stomach. It did 90% damage. Oh, that's it? I was worried I was going to get kicked out or something. We just tanked that? Okay. That's cool with me. I'm not even expelled on that shit? All right. Hell yeah. I was worried. I didn't get in trouble. And I'm more popular. Oh my God, no, I don't want to change schools. And my relationship with Alicia is still good. Okay, this is crazy. Should I ask her out now? Looks, grades, popularity. Yeesh. Sorry, that is going to tank me if I date you. What about Charles? Okay, now we are talking. He's a hottie, a bit dumb. Oh, he's straight. Man, I can ask. No, he's straight. I'll ask him. Fuck. Should have known. Should have known, bro. What about Matisse? Ooh, sorry, Matisse. What about Zelly? Damn it, bro. Everyone's so chopped in my school. She's popular, she's smart, but she's not pretty. That's fine. She wears a bird mask everywhere. Fuck. She says she has a mental disorder that makes dating a challenge. Well, now I feel like a dick. You know what? Let's just go back to judo. Thank you to Stroma for the 26 months of Prime. You're only 10 years old, by the way. When was your first girlfriend, chat? I had my first girlfriend 5th grade. So I was 11. Defined first, like called my girlfriend. I don't even think we kissed, but we were boyfriend, girlfriend. That's so sad. Dang, that's so sad. Okay, I want to have a conversation with my younger brother. We had a disagreement. You and your little brother Sasha got into a heated argument when discussing your favorite movie character. What will you do? Agree to disagree. Let's have a... Wait, I can't fight my older brother, but I can fight my younger brother? Okay, I need to repair the relationships I have with my family. Fuck. Buy Bitsian? I can't, bro. Togstorf, thank you the Prime. I did not enjoy the movie. Okay. Why am I so sad? Because my dog died. Let's rescue an animal, chat. Let's rescue this 12-year-old tabby cat. Yay! All right, let's take good care of our cats. The funniest thing about this game is that if you bathe your cat, their happiness goes up. All right, my relationship is now amazing. Oh, I want to mourn his death. And then... Oh, I'm in middle school. Whoa. I have a low amount of stress. Let's join an extracurricular. What extracurricular should I do? Not the journalism club. Okay, let's do the journalism club. There's a cancer awareness team? Well, I promise you I don't hate kids with cancer. So let's do that. Because if I was ever asked to go to Disney with Nolan for Mr. Beast, I'd be there. And I put that on Angelo. Yeah, I would say I love kids with cancer. I feel like I can add a little more. You know what? Let's also throw in. Let's throw in the wrestling team. Because I'm pretty athletic. I'm not being a part of the Cancer Awareness Club and the Recycling Club. Not because those aren't virtuous pursuits. I just hope to be somewhat popular. Thank you, dude. You know, for the 30 months. All right. Your classmate Matisse wants to skip class with him and go to the gym instead. I'm going to go with him because I was hurt by not making the wrestling team. I'm going to become a black belt. Thank you, Vanny Winkle, for the Prime. Glad I just downloaded the game off your link. Hell yeah. Hold up, chat. I'm really close to a black belt. I just downloaded the game, not off your link. Black belt! Why am I so dumb? Join a school clique. Ooh. Probably like my actual high school, I would join the Jocks. Join the Weebs? Oh, no. Fuck. Take it. Anyway, actually, chat, seriously though, shout out to BitLife. Compliment, insult their leader. Interact with weebs at your middle school. You must be obsessed with Japan culture to join the Strain Clique. I'm going to insult their leader, and then it will create a warring faction between the two shoguns, and then the Ronin will have to decide which shogunate they want to support. You called the leader of the weebs a psycho. She ignored you. Did not work as I thought it would. The gamers are kind of popular. The hipsters are popular. The jocks are popular. All right, hold up. Ask them to join. I'm a part of the jocks, y'all. Cancer Awareness Club Vice President. This is big. Okay, I need to join... Because if I'm a part of the jocks, I feel like I have to be in a jock extracurricular. We're going back for the wrestling club round 2. Prage. Chat, we prage. Okay, let me see if I can get rid of the ads. We'll see. Chat, I'll take a look right now. I didn't make the cut again. I did it. Wait, that was easy. I could have done that so long ago. W. Okay. Thank you, Shogun, for the 10. Oh my God. Let me be a pro athlete. No. Hold up. Let me throw it back on airplane. Freelance gigs. Let me be a pet sitter. Give me a pet sitter. I'm cheap. I'll do a 15 an hour. A pervert named Lewis hired you as a pet sitter for 28 hours. Fuck yeah. I feel like my schedule is still pretty chill. What's the most amount of money I can make as a dog walker? Probably like 23 an hour. Nice. A bougie woman named Avril hired you as a dog walker for 16 hours. Why was he a pervert? I don't know. He's taking care of his dog. Look, man, I'm not trying to work for the pervert, but beggars can't be choosers. An Instagram model named Victoire hired you as a babysitter for 30 hours. Wait, I have $1,300. I'm 13 years old. Okay. Attend a school dance. I'll ask a classmate. Let's go with Zelly Henri. Bang! Bang! Oh. She told you tasted like medicine after kissing. Let's ask her out. Woo! Got myself a girlfriend. The sponsor of the Cancer Awareness Middle School asked you to become the president. 100%. Zelly wants to break up? Attack her. I should not have clicked that. I should not have clicked that. That was a joke, and I realized now I can't go back. It was a joke, and I realized I can't go back. I would not do that. It was a joke, and I realized I could not go back. I think it's... Fuck, I should have done this. What's the least... I'll go with the simple roundhouse kick. No, I'm not going to go with the roundhouse kick. Let's go with a... Fuck. A tickle? That seems creepy. Let's go with a spit. If she broke up with me and I spit on her... Ugh. These aren't great options. Spit on her leg. I feel like that's chill, right? It's not nice, but... Way to go, champ. You tried to spit at your girlfriend, but missed. Ow! She snapped your hair and flattened your patella. So now we're throwing hands, Zoe. So now we are throwing a house party. Let's make it large. Let's make it wild. Your mom is going out of towns to do some naughty things. You're not sure if you should get her permission. She doesn't need to know. You and 65 guests got down to the latest hits by Tyla. Every time you walked into the kitchen, you witnessed guests doing shots of bottom shelf bourbon. I am 14. An acquaintance at your house party, Lucy wants to be your friend. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Lucy. And guess what, y'all? Lucy's my new girlfriend. Oh, she doesn't go to my school. Oh my God, I have a girlfriend who's going to go to another school. She goes to a different school. Wait, I can commit a crime? Let's shoplift. Let's go for a bathroom scale. Bang! Okay, we had a good talk, me and Lucy. Hold up. Okay, the cat's good. I want to make sure my cat's happy. Okay, cat's happy. Now I need to make sure that I have a better relationship with Lucy. Let's compliment her. W, I called her gorgeous. Let's have a sleepover. Let's just chill. Let's play video games. Hell yes. Midnight Mayhem. While having a sleepover, your friend Lucy pulls out a case of Red Bull. Says, let's drink. Let's drink 3. I love it. What a night. You play Truth or Dare with your friend Lucy and have to run down the street in your underwear on a dare. Hell yes. Let's party. You went to a party hosted by a school's book club. I loved it. She hated it. Oh my God, I'm a loser. I brought her to a book club and she fucking hated it. Should I ask her out? She said there has to be someone out there that won't reject you. Swim team! Some friends are encouraging you to start the swim team. What will you do? Yeah, let's do it. I would love to try it with them. Tryouts are a formality. You successfully tried out and were selected. Yeah, baby! Hold up. Let's make some money. Let's ride around town for an hour quickly. While riding through a park, you meet a group of thrill-seeking filming stunts on a rugged dirt trail. They dare you to make a run. What will you do? I would do it. Hell yeah. I thought that was going to go a lot worse. My swim team performance is horrible. Wait, what happened to the cancer club? Did I get kicked out? Read? I thought I was reading. Am I no longer in the jock clique? Oh, I'm in a new school. Okay, at the new school, I'm going to join the troublemakers clique. You called the leader of the troublemakers a goblin. Ow! You've been beaten by the troublemakers for calling their leader a goblin. They cracked your brain and backhanded your throat and crushed your spine. Okay. Let's be a newspaper delivery person, I guess. All right, I got a part-time job. Oh, no, I'm stressed out. Oh, no, I'm stressed. Stress is the worst thing you can have. I'm quitting the sim team. Okay, should we get back with our ex? You called Zelly, you asked her out, she agreed to get back together with you. Always call your ex one more time, chat. That is such a poll. Discuss birth control. That seems a little elope. Let's give her money. I'm gonna give her 50. I'm gonna give her 50 bucks. And dude, giving someone 50 discussing birth control is crazy because that is how much Plan B costs. That would be a crazy play. Let's just simply spend time together. All right, let's discuss birth control. I can't. I'm 15. Relax. Let's just go to next year. No! Time for a new pet. This time I'm buying a purebred Persian named Chi-Chi. And I'm going to change the name to Durs. I'm shopping, not adopting. Okay, pretty good. Let's see how things are going with Zoe, or Zelly, excuse me. Let me compliment her. She called me a dark horse. Things are going well. Let's have a conversation. Let me give her a gift. I feel like I need to give her a gift. Let's give her flowers. Okay. Make love. They really make that an option the moment you turn 16, huh? How do you have 6.5K? I have a part-time job at the newspaper, chat. A year passed. I worked for a year. Stream of 8 of being hyped for Expedition 33 playthrough. It's happening. I don't think we should. Let's just have a sleepover. Not under my roof. They ask if you think they were born yesterday. Okay. Let's just go to the movies. And then, you know what? Let's go back to school. Let's make sure that we do a good job in class by studying. And I think for now, let's just go next year. I'll become the treasurer of the Cancer Awareness Club. You've been nominated for Prom King. You must make a speech. What do you say? I'm the smartest, I'm the hottest, I'm the strongest. I'm the hottest. Did I just peek? You have been crowned Prom King. You're graduating at Cocksure Secondary School. Pause. You told the crowd it was probably your lucky socks that clinch a win, and you swore to never take them off. Dang! This couldn't be farther from real life. I went to prom by myself. Okay. Should we seal the deal? That was a crazy sound. This is bro, they do that shit in movies. All right, let's go to a concert with our friend Lucy. She hated Nicki Minaj. Okay, fair enough. My bad, I guess. Birth control? Oh shit. Okay. Woo! Handled that. I forgot. Okay, no. I'm not trying to find a dating app. Let's see. Can I improve my judo skills? I learned a new move. You're battle ready. Okay, I'm battle ready, chat. Let's go to space camp. All right. You graduated from secondary school. What will you do now? Ooh, golden diploma. What does that mean? Golden diploma. Chat, what does that mean? I think we take some time off and become an MMA fighter. Yeah, I'll take the driver's license test. What does this road sign mean? 1 lane ahead. Fuck. What did it mean? Real LA driver. I want to become let's go to a job recruiter. Porn cameraman. Okay, no, I don't want to become a porn camera. I paid $1,900 for that. Fuck me. I want to become a fighter. Let's try the job recruiter again. Porn actor. I'll attend the interview. While being interviewed for the porn actor position at the Paddock Adult Theater, you were asked the following question. Which of these Star Wars characters do you relate to the most? How will you respond? Princess Leia. Bang! $138,000 porn actor. Me and Zelly are in a good relationship. I gave her $5K. We're chill. I gave her $5K. The money's good, honey, and it's for both. I'm doing this for the family. Because I'm making 135 bands. I'm letting her know this is for the family. It's for us. I can probably resign as a part-time newspaper guy. Because really all I need to do is my porn job. My coworkers, the porn set janitor, the porn writer, the porn historian, porn actor Theo. I should have a good relationship. He does not want to be my friend. After Theo rejected your offer, you called your friend to ask what more you could have done to make the friendship happen. She said it's easier to befriend people when you give them a friendship bracelet. I suggest you buy one. What will you do? Ignore one. Okay. Work harder. How do I can I get like an extracurricular? Adjust your hours. Let's go 60 hours, bro. Your friend Lucy wants to go on a bike ride. Yeah, I'll go with her. You went to the top of the steepest hill, nice, and raced down it. Nice. Wait, why did I only get 35K? I'm supposed to be getting paid way more than that, no? Start a call? I don't think I can. I think I have to be online. I mean, I guess I could. Start a casino. No, I don't want to pay for that. Start a cult? No. Chill. Let's not be tempted. Whoa! You're suffering from high blood pressure. Sucky. While waiting for your Uber driver, you stumble upon a group of pale, beautiful people having coffee. One waves over. You're a special human and offers you to turn into a vampire. Yeah. No! Okay, I think it was a bait anyway. My cat Durs has been super lethargic lately. Wait, hold up. What's going on with Durs? Oh my god, he had mites. W. Wait, who the... I have a fucking nephew? It's our annual lovemaking session. I feel like I'm working a bit too much. Let me turn down my hours a bit. I also feel like I'm, for whatever reason, not popular amongst my coworkers. You try to start a conversation with your coworker Elena about whether or not students should wear uniforms. She told you to shut up. Okay. You called your coworker admirable. Me and Elena are gonna get along. I'll gift her a mini Zen garden. Good. I'll keep it. Your coworker refused your gift. Your supervisor has called you in his office to discuss allegations that you tried to give your coworker a mini Zen garden. What? Let me seduce him so he forgets. Your supervisor, Noah, rejected your attempts to seduce him. He warned you to get your behaviors in check. Fuck. Oh my God, I'm doing bad now. Okay, you know what? Let's go a year later. You no longer suffer from high blood pressure. W. Wait, Zelly is a flight attendant now. Okay, hold up. I have a strat. Let me propose. I don't have a ring. Go ring shopping first. Oh my God. I'll go diamond. Diamond ring. Hold up. Propose. At the botanical garden. Propose at the Walmart. She rejected your marriage proposal. Run it back. This time, let's do this shit at the botanical garden. She said yes. That is totally fair. That is reasonable. She was good for that. And now that we are engaged, I'm going to the military. I'm going to the military. I've always had dreams of fighting, and I can't do porn any longer. I've never been the smartest. Let's go to the Marines. Okay. Put in some work here. I'm a private. What? Your friend Lucy has made you her enemy. What the hell? Why? Let's start a rumor about her. You started a new rumor that your enemy Lucy's mother never loved her.
Ow.
She hit me? I can't unfriend her. Watch YouTube with her. She refused. Yeah, I mean, that was obvious. I know I did that. Okay, let me make love annually to my fiance. SEAL superiority. While trying down a complete meal in the Joint Forces mess hall, a Navy SEAL approaches obnoxiously, calling you an enlistee and demanding you hand over your coveted carrot slice. How will you react? I insult him. But obviously. What are we talking about? Wait, why am I so unhappy? Let's hang out with my cat. Let's hang out with my little brother. Okay, I'm a little happier off that. Okay. I'm still fucking not that happy, though. I think it's because my relationship with Lucy. Let's have a conversation. She doesn't like talking to you. What did I... Fuck. I can't unfriend her, though. Hook up with her? That was such a stupid thing to do. I'm engaged, chat. Fuck, man. What? No! Your fiance is demanding you get married. She
Hey,
cries
Lil Bro,
for
thanks
control.
for gifting your fiance that Dodge Challenger. Me and her are gonna take it for a spin while you're getting basic training. No need to worry, I'll be taking good care of her later, Pipsqueak.
Let's run a bar. Let's not do it in Tel Aviv. Let's instead run this wedding in Seville, Spain. Do it. You're thinking about whether you should make your fiance sign a prenup. I'm in the military. I'm making $50K a year. I don't think we need a prenup. Bang! Okay, we have to work on our child. Oh, yeah. Do I have to get her off birth control? Whoa! How do I get her pregnant? Oh, yeah. Bang! Your wife Zelly's pregnant. What will you do? Keep the baby. How do I get a house?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Your cat died at the age of 9 because my wife forgot to give him water. That's crazy. Oh my God. I have to divorce her. I know I have to divorce her, but we have a child on the way. Oh my God. I'm going to name my child Durs after my cat. Leave the foreskin on him, please. Oh my God, I lost. Fuck. I should have done the prenup. I should have done the prenup. Lucy, will you go to a conversation with me? Fuck. God, my son. Your ex-wife messaged you to let you know she created you as a custom person in BitLife and married you and has 9 children. I would ask her to leave me alone. You begged her to leave you alone. She agreed to stop bothering you. Hell yeah. It's time to vaccinate your son. Lately, an invisible hand has been smacking your butt at different intervals on Halloween night. You decide to conjure the culprit, and as the spirit materializes, he propositions you for a booty call. What will you do? Is this having sex? I boinked it. Your son Dur's suffering from whooping cough. Your body has been achy since the morning. You are dealing with an awfully dry cough. What do you do? I pray. You received an offer from a friend who is a tattoo artist to get a free tattoo. Ink me up. Is there any way to not make her my enemy anymore? What if I try to gift her a Fender guitar? It worked! Apologize to her. It didn't work. You reamed your enemy Lucy. Fuck. No, we're just enemies forever, bro. Ooh, let's do a hookup. Let's get at it, Ramella. Things are getting hot and you're thinking about having safe sex.
Oh, yeah.
She tells you she used to be a man. And she also didn't enjoy it. Oh, I'm sorry. I feel bad. I had a good time. Your enemy Lucy secretly replaces salt in your salt shaker with sugar. What do you do? Sidekick judo her skull. You delivered a sidekick to your enemy Lucy's skull. She died from her injuries. You're being arrested by the police. He tells you it can be done the easy way or the hard way. Your crime is manslaughter. Bribe him. 30,000. You tried to bribe him. They arrested you anyway. Oh, fuck. Okay. You can go with the $12,000 lawyer, the $142,000 lawyer, or the $0 lawyer. Let's go 140K. You don't have enough money. Okay, let's go with the 12K. How do you plead? Not guilty. You have been convicted of manslaughter and bribery and sentenced to 16 years in prison. Okay. And I was dishonorably discharged from the Marines. Your son no longer has a whooping cough. You are suffering from depression. Get out of jail free card. I'd like to cry. And then I would like to join a prison gang. I'm gonna join the Beefcake Bandits. Nice. Now I am going to write a letter to somebody. And I'm gonna write a letter to my son. He didn't write back. Okay. Skinny Gnome. Let's compliment him. Skinny Gnome told you you're world class. Oh, that's nice. Let's attempt to escape. The guard moves twice for every move you make. He will only make moves towards you and will try to walk horizontally first. Fuck! You've received a mail from your son Durs. What will you do? Your candy's been confiscated by the guards. Your mother's suffering from bowel incontinence. World War III is about to start. I have a middle ear infection.
Ow!
I'm fucked. I'm in here for 22 years, chat. While in the showers, you bump into a prisoner named Pee-wee who's doing time for bear wrestling. What do? I attack him. Side kick to the skull. One shot. Your father died. Oh my god. You can't attend the funeral because you're in prison. I appeal my sentence. You lost the appeal. Oh my god.
Ow!
Another inmate tells you he wants to get to know each other more intimately. Yeah, that sounds comforting. Your mother is suffering from diarrhea. Bribe the guards. Fuck, I don't have the money. They still took my money? Fuck! Oh my god, I don't get it! Judo chop to the skull. Is there any way to do this? Oh my god, I surrendered and it doesn't matter. You're just stupid? You are second to last in the cafeteria and there's only one tray left when an enormous inmate behind you claims it's his. I fight him. You received a comic book from your son. God, my son is so cool. I wish I was fucking half as cool as my kid. If I just go right here, it won't work. I lost. I lost. Okay. Start a riot. Recruit as many prisoners as you can. Don't run into the walls.
Ow!
I didn't understand how. Judo chop.
Ow! Ow!
No!
Ow!
I didn't think he would see me. How long am I in prison right now? Served 14 years. You are sentenced for life. Okay, I fucked up. Kill him. While out getting a coffee, your friend mentions he saw a casting call for a local modeling agency. Brother, I'm in jail. I can't. Things that are dark blue, I can't do, chat. Judo chop to the skull. You hear an inmate who's released after serving a long sentence for 60 UIs was killed by a drunk driver. What do? I laugh at the irony. You received a mail from Durs. God, my son is so fucking awesome. Judo chop. Your sentence has been extended 14 years for manslaughter. Okay. Today's the day. We're going to start a riot in the yard, and then we're going to escape. God, my life was so much better before I went to jail. I actually genuinely think jail would ruin my life.
Ow!
2 people died and 1 was injured. You started a riot. That's not...
Ow!
How does he see me, bro? Is this possible to do? Bang! Oh my God, my kid gave me $1,800. He's the greatest kid I could have ever asked for. Pressure him to do something. Have a baby. While at the gym, you meet a female named Zelly. Is that not genuinely the name of... You've been handcuffed and taken to French custody. What will you do?
Ow! Fuck.
My brother died. I'm depressed. Oh my God. My girlfriend wants to break up with me. She said she can't be with the prison bitch. What will you do? Beg her to stay. You begged her to stay. She dumped you anyway. I'm not the prison bitch, Zoe.
Ow.
My God. Another prisoner offers you butt candy. Yeah, let's eat it. Let's eat the fucking butt candy.
Ow.
Yeah, let's join the beefcake fucking bandits.
Ow.
Oh my God.
Ow.
That was a dog shit life. Durs had 2 kids. I didn't even know about them. I killed more people than I made love with. His little brother Sasha went for a bike ride instead. Well, chat, that was BitLife. You guys can play BitLife if you would like by using your QR code for the link in the top left. Hopefully you live a better life than I did. You can also support me when you make a purchase on BitLife by using code Ludwig at checkout. And thank you to BitLife for sponsoring the stream. There's also the link available in the description. But yeah, it's the mobile game. Longest lasting life simulator. Doesn't require internet to play. You can be anyone you want. And you can start and stop playing whenever you want. One more life. I'm down to do another life, but not today because I have to get dinner with my mom. But I'm kind of down because it's kind of fun. But I got to go chat because it actually is dinner time. But I appreciate you all very much for watching today. My mom's in town, chat. I got to hang out with my mom. I got to hang out with me mom. But thank you for watching today, chat. I appreciate it. I'm out. I'll be back live tomorrow at like 1. Maybe a slight bit earlier. But right now, I'll raid Fan who's live and playing a game that I was thinking about playing, actually, Dispatch. All right, appreciate you all. Have a good one, everybody. Goodbye, you all. Did the Ravens win? They crushed. Okay, goodbye, you all. See you later. Peace. Peace, 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 peace. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone.